Hello, periscopers.
Transition into this beatific character who had previously been swaggering and, smashing his glass on the table. Because I was a very interrogative interviewer and would ask him tough questions. It wasn't, it was never easy with me.
Hello, periscopers. This is a shout out to my ex.
My love of folk music. So, you wouldn't get that from him today. You wouldn't get that anger or intensity.
Very calm and measured.
Very calm and measured today, and
This is a shout out
tends
to
to
my
punctuate his
ex.
speech with little grins and a strange laugh. But it's much more distant, and probably a lot of it is by rote now because he's like many stars, they've got their script, and to break them out of that, you have to come up with some question which just gets them to think for a second outside of their comfort zone.
They've been doing it for over 50 years.
McCartney, they're all the same. Exactly.
He really will come out from the side with something that's like, why are you asking that? And win them over.
It can be done, but I mean, I remember Jim Dixon saying to him, I'm going to have to reprogram McCartney.
Hello, periscopers.
And I said, there's certain things that he's got by rote now, and he'll talk about the formation of the Birds and the three of them, and then he'll say, and then Chris arrived, and then Michael. I thought, no, Michael precedes Chris, but you almost have to sort of like, you start again. It's important. That's important for Birds fans.
Yeah.
It's like when Ringo arrives versus Pete Best. You can't get that kind of stuff wrong. And if you do, and you're McCartney or you were Harrison and Lennon, that's bad. That's your own band. You've got to get that right. So that's just little things like that. But yes, he's changed enormously, and it's difficult. You have to come up with some real tough questions and know stuff that nobody else knows, I suppose, to break him out of that.
You mentioned not being on Twitter. One of the joys of Twitter is David Crosby.
Yes.
Oh, and he will answer anything, and he is so funny and so wonderful. And one of my highlights of my life, this was like last year. I can't remember how it started, but I asked him a question, and he said, I don't know. And so he tweeted Roger McGuinn. I said, Roger, do you know this? Yeah. And he went, yeah. And so I suddenly I'm involved in a conversation with Roger McGuinn and David Crosby. And then Roger tweets a picture to David saying, do you remember this building? And David, again, it's me and Roger and David. David says, yeah. We took acid on the top of that ice cream parlour in '66. And
This is a shout out to my
heroes
ex.
reminiscing about taking acid on the top of an ice cream parlour.
Yeah, no, he certainly is involved himself in Twitter, and Crosby called himself in a song the world's most opinionated man, so he's got endless comments and everything, and always did have politically. And it's funny now, I mean, you should probably know, McGuinn's a Republican, Hillman's a Republican, they were very conservative, and of course Crosby's still, his freak flag is still flying from the early 70s, so he's a complete antithesis.
Want to watch me eat a sandwich?
They seemingly, as a
Periscope, is that working okay for you guys?
And Hillman's got
Working okay?
now, and,
Is it?
Crosby and McGuinn have made
Is it working okay?
distant guest
We don't get
appearances.
many people at Periscope these days because I didn't do it for a while.
That's never going to happen, is it? I mean, they flatly said that's...
No, and the further it goes on, the less likely it is. I mean, as with all these things, as with the Smiths reunion, the only caveat is money, of course. Yeah. And you think, well, how many million, is somebody going to come up with 20 million to make this happen?
Well, I thought when the Buffalo Springfields had a sort of reunion a few years ago, I thought that might kind of preempt something, but...
No. Well, that was down to Neil, really, and it was Neil Young, and it was after the event, I think, my memory's going, whether Dewey Martin and Bruce Palmer was still alive on that even. I think they might have been, but it was right at the tail end, because they died, and so the dream, there is no Buffalo Springfield anymore, but I suppose that was like the last knock-ins, and it was odd that Neil did that, but he did do a song called Buffalo Springfield again, and I think that just put it back into his mind. I mean, he's done strange things, Neil Young, like he's got Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young back together again at times where you thought, I thought that's the last thing he would do, and he likes to, trick himself, I think, at times, and do things that people don't expect. I think there's at least one of those Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young reunions, and I thought how odd that he would do that now. It was at the precise time where people were saying, he'll never do that. Yeah. But that's Neil Young. He's far more contradictory in what he does, so you would expect that. But as for the Birds or a Smiths reunion, I would have thought no, on the grounds of... Yeah, the further it goes away, I mean, it is just pure nostalgia now. I mean, it's for people who missed them the first time round or the second time round or whatever it might be. And obviously, you know, with the Smiths, a lot of people missed it, unfortunately, but just because they were born too late, and it's still, and all the members are still alive, so it's tantalising. But with all the bitterness and, you know, having been through the court case myself, I've seen it. You know, I can't see Morrissey relenting, really.
Is there any jealousy between McGuinn and Crosby? Because Crosby, you know, was the one that became the multi-million seller. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, you know, and McGuinn's solo career never quite got there. Is there any jealousy there?
Crosby certainly believes so. I'm not sure he would say it anymore. I mean, his policy now is very much détente, and so is McGuinn, so is Hillman. They speak kind of fondly of each other.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to resurrect old battles. But
Here she comes.
You should hear the interviews I have.
Here she comes now singing, come on, Boyley.
Yeah, Crosby. I think McGuinn's jealous of me. I think he's always
Hello,
been jealous
Boyley.
of me. I think
There's a
McGuinn still
coffin.
thinks he
Just
would
put the
do
pods
it,
up.
you know.
Walk it off.
I think he's
Say hello
jealous
to the boys
of
and
me. He's
girls.
scared of
Hello,
me, man.
boys and girls.
He's scared and jealous of me. You know, he saw what Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young became.
Yeah.
And that was Crosby of old. But I don't think he feels that
There's
same
still a bit of Crosby, not the bitterness there, but the bitterness between him and Graham Nash now is palpable.
Well, I think, you know, even with McGuinn and Crosby, you know, if you riled them enough, but if you know, if it became, who knows what, there's a lot of suppressed feelings, and it's not worth bringing them up. And Crosby was trying to get the birds back together again, hoping McGuinn would relent, and being very nice about it. But at times you'd catch him, or other people would catch him, and you know, the mask would
a
disappear
Sainsbury's
for a
cheese and
second,
ham
he's
sandwich
saying, you know,
really
I
is the
don't know
best
why
thing
he's
in the
not
world.
doing it. You know, he's either got some incredible resentment against me, and I don't quite know why. And I think it's unfair. You think, oh, sorry, but you know, it is. There's an unusual dynamic there, and you have to read between the lines a lot. As for the Nash Crosby's, that's a a strange thing, but. Maybe not that strange. Well, it's odd. It is sad, and it's odd that it didn't happen years ago, because Nash went through a lot with Crosby. But it's all down to that book that Nash wrote, which is quite a sensationalist book, really, and he made Crosby the centre of it. And
Not many of you on Periscope tonight. Oh well.
Which you wouldn't
Oh
have
well.
thought would bother Crosby in the least, because you know, he wrote the book and all that stuff. But you know, he's been monogamous now for God knows how long, and you know, he's been in a settled marriage, and you know, he's a grandfather, and maybe he just doesn't want to hear about all that stuff. And he also, of course, denies the particular you know, sexual allusions in the book that Nash produced, and feels it was just to sell the book. Okay, fair enough. But you wouldn't have thought all that would have culminated in this breakup between the two of them. But then, of course, you have the Neil Young versus David Crosby as well. Yeah. And, you know...
He got upset with Neil Young's wife or something. Was that the thing?
Daryl Hannah, yeah. It's not his wife, but I mean, Daryl Hannah, and the fact that Neil Young left his wife and took up with Daryl Hannah. But, you know, that's complicated as well, because Daryl Hannah had a relationship with Jackson Brown.
Hopefully got Stephen Page in the studio on Friday,
you know, you have to go
which
back
would be
to the
great.
roots of all this.
If we can pull that off.
Out where that antipathy came from and what
No,
it
not
really
this
means.
Friday. What am I talking
But
about?
I mean, it's an inappropriate comment anyway. You shouldn't be commenting on
Next
other
Friday.
people's love lives.
Next Friday.
This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio with Time to Change.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Can you tell Kath I need those live
Talk
rooms
Radio,
for the next
give
hour,
it some
please?
lip.
Time to Change with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. Sponsored by Time to Change. Search Time to Change.
This weekend, England's two most successful clubs go head-to-head at Anfield
Can
on
you
the
not share
Sky
the
Sports
broadcast?
Premier League channel.
Why can't you share the
Liverpool
broadcast?
and Man United battle it out in one of football's biggest rivalries. Upgrade today
Can
for
you
this weekend's
share? You
action
can't
and
share.
enjoy more top
Wonder
clashes,
why.
including Everton v
All right,
Arsenal.
let's
Spurs
close
v
this down.
Liverpool. Man United v Spurs, live only on...
Talk Radio, give it some lip.
Time to Change with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. Sponsored by Time to Change. Search Time to Change.
This weekend, England's two most successful clubs go head-to-head at Anfield on the Sky Sports Premier League channel. Liverpool and Man United battle it out in one of football's biggest rivalries. Upgrade today for this weekend's action and enjoy more top clashes including Everton v Arsenal, Spurs v Liverpool and Man United v Spurs. Live only on our new channel dedicated to the Premier League. Now £18 a month. Search New Sky Sports. Cancellation requires 31 days notice. Further terms apply.
Back a bit. No, forward. Bit more. Now, back. Forward. Wait, forward.
At Valent, we can't help you get your van into the tightest spaces, but our award-winning EcoFit Pure Boilers with their rear flue option are designed to easily fit into small cupboards. And a boiler and flue pack costs from just £750 plus 20% VAT. Valent, with you all the way. Just search Valent EcoFit for more.
Back a bit. Perfect.
The Dictionary of Driving by Mazda. Today, the letter L. L is for look-back ability. Not every driver will experience it, but Mazda owners know it all too well. That irresistible urge to glance back at your car after every drive. Look-back ability. Does your car have it? Search all new Mazda CX-5 to find out more. With 3.9% APR representative and £500 deposit from Mazda. Mazda. Drive together. Mazda personal contract purchase. T's and C's apply. Finance subject to status. 18s or over. Guarantee may be required. Mazda Financial Services.
If it's time to get some
ballsy bake, why not get involved?
Chili con cookies to cake au vin. Get creative in the kitchen and embrace the fundraising power of self-raising flour to help make serious dough for game-changing cancer treatments.
Go ahead, punk. Bake my day.
100% of the money raised goes straight to those badass science boffins who save lives. Stand Up to Cancer on Talk Radio. Rebels, you now have a cause. Search Stand Up to Cancer to sign up. The mother of all talk shows with George Galloway.
He's back.
On Talk Radio.
Listen up, comrades of the world. Unite.
Our glorious leader, George Galloway, returns to the UK airwaves with the mother of all talk shows.
The switchboard is lighting up.
Controversial conversation and cutting-edge current affairs comment with the notorious B.I.G.G. Listen, this guy's a nightmare. He's not a great guy, folks.
The mother of all talk shows with George Galloway. Friday night from 7 on Talk Radio.
I did not say that.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee. Unfiltered night talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
This is the Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee, on Talk Radio with Time to Change. Now, 1 in 4 of us will fight a mental health problem this year. Having a mate in your corner can make all the difference. Search Time to Change to find out more. I've got to ask that. I loved your book on Ray Davies. I find the Kinks fascinating, right? Because I love them so much, but they have got one of the patchiest back catalogues I think of any group. They've got some wonderful. My favourite album is Arthur. I think it trumps Village Green Preservation.
We'll have fun tonight.
Fun.
But they've got. I'm going to go for a pee and then we'll come back and we can have fun.
Like the Beach Boys as well. I'm a huge Beach Boys fan. Man, they've got some turkeys in their back catalogue.
Fun.
Doing the Kinks book.
Great.
The Ray Davies book, sorry.
Yeah. Well, no, that it goes back to the Kinks because I wrote about the Kinks first at the beginning of the 80s, and I think I was the first person that cracked that whole real story. And there was a real story there, and it was a fascinating one, politically and otherwise. I mean, both with the managers, the publishers, and much of what you just said, is regarding with Pyre Records, which wasn't a great record label to be signed to in the 60s. They were always recycling the Kinks stuff, so you'd have these really
golden hour of
but before that, these 14 and 6 albums competing against the 32 and 6 album. I know a lot of kids at school would say, well, I'm going to buy this album of the Kinks. It's only 14 and 6, and I get all these hits on it. Why would I be buying stuff like Arthur or Village Green Preservation Society or something else? And you think it was difficult to argue the case. And I'd Love in Spoonful were on Kama Sutra, but it was. They went through Pie in some bizarre way that they had cheap records out as well, and so the same argument applies there. But also, I think the sheer amount of records and the time they had to do them, particularly the Kinks in the early days. I mean, they were doing an album in a week and knocking it off. And the Beatles could do that because they had the talent and the songs already there. And I guess the Kinks kind of could do it, but you know,
Fun.
very patchy. The first few albums were okay, but lots of covers.
No regret.
No tears goodbye. As prolific as they might have been in terms of Ray's songwriting, it was just Ray, and it's more
say goodbye again.
Combination. So it was tough, and of course the whole concept of the album didn't really begin. I suppose it began with something like Rubber Soul, if you're looking back, or whatever, where people were sitting down and saying, "Well, hang on, let's take longer to make an album."
What do you want to know? I tell you what,
art form in itself.
We got a bit of time till I'm on.
You know, the Kinks didn't really get into that.
What do you want to know? Ask me anything, and I will answer it as honestly as I am legally able to do. What do you want to know, guys? Evening. Here comes Boyley.
Fantastically, anyway.
Ask me anything. Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Ask me anything, guys. You can ask me anything you want, and I will answer. A massive spot there, look. Use that sellotape? Yeah. No, I haven't used it. It's in my bag. I will be showing it to people that Skype in. Did you enjoy here? Yeah, it was amazing. Any more interviews with old talk radio presenters? Nothing lined up.
Doesn't matter anyway.
Don't pick it. It'll never heal. Hair was brilliant. Really recommend it. What's behind the blind? You don't want to know. There is no sellotape dispenser that big. Mike's Maserati. Mike who? Oh, Mike Stock. No. Very good weed. The book I'm writing, each chapter is going to be a different television programme I worked on.
Brilliant, because he'll be posting pictures of him doing his concerts and stuff. And then last week he's doing a tweet about, are there any other
Shut up.
out there?
No, you haven't said it. That's trolling. That's fake news.
Chafe their balls. And I just think this is wonderful. You know, this is a huge rock star. He's a big influence on me as a 15-year-old.
Not
kid,
radio, no.
Than Hendrix or anyone like that.
I've got about 25,000 words, so I've still got 55,000 words to go, but
Completely unaware of that.
no, not got any plans to do any music podcasts. I'm not feeling it at the moment. Yes, I'll bring back the 11 o'clock show. I'll phone up Channel 4 next week and see if we can do it. I loved the hot air balloon, yes. Is there a safe behind the talk radio sign? I'm not allowed to tell you. Upcoming guests, Billy Bragg, Herb Alpert and Robin Ince. How about that? No book this Christmas. No, I'm not going to get you a Mars bar. Didn't go to the gym today.
It's almost like an extended tease, and of course he did appear on stage with Ray.
Well done.
For one song.
Thank you, Boylan. Billy Bragg, I don't know. Hopefully I'm interviewing him on the 24th, but I don't know. Hello from the States. Thanks, Bex. While we're talking, could you just swipe up and swipe across? Swipe up and swipe across. It just shares the Periscope feed, and we might get more people. Not got many people watching on the Periscope recently, and that's because I stopped doing it for a few weeks. So if you just swipe up, if you're watching on your phones, and swipe across, and that will just share it, and will tell other people that we're here. None of you have done it, because I can tell when you've done it. So shame on you. Shame on you. New episode of the Rabbit Hole. Got up to 300. I've got 82 followers here. It won't let you. It says here I've got 85 people watching. You saying it says 300? No. We do the lock-ins from time to time.
From the 50s.
Yeah, the show on after me isn't my cup of tea, if I'm honest. It says I've got 85 people watching. Is that what you've got there? No, it may be... no, we're getting about 40,000 less than Julie Hartley-Brewer. Okay, it might be a problem, because I know that Facebook and Instagram had a problem, so maybe there's a problem here. Oh, last night I got up to 300. Yeah, but not for very long. It was only about 2,000 throughout the whole show, which is not many. John the Farmer, no. No. Poppy fowls.
You know, there have been lots of accounts in the book, and it sounds like a complete nightmare to certain people, you know, whether it be Larry Page, the ex-manager, or whatever. But always there's a degree of stuff.
There's no regrets, no tears goodbye. Hi. Say goodbye again. Was shared on Twitter. Thank you, DJ Nick. Scooter's great. I've not ridden it for a couple of weeks, but it's there. No, I've not had time to look at hide and seek. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry is all that you can say. Recommend any new albums?
As if I would tell it. I've never even
No.
told, my nearest and dearest.
It's a 60s pop group.
Is it? I don't think so. No, I don't know. I'm working on about 3 things at the moment.
144 it says here. Who took a picture? Did someone take a picture?
Is that how you do it? You kind of start a few things and see which one.
Hey, pleasure. I'm glad. If you want to go and see my live show that I did, it's on YouTube, my YouTube channel, youtube.com/rabbit hole. youtube.com/rabbit hole, and it's Iain Lee versus Radio Live. The whole show's there. I put it up there for free. If you want to put some money in my metaphorical hat, you can. You can send PayPal, pennies, pounds, whatever you want. My PayPal is ian@ianlee.com. But that's only if you enjoy it. If you and you can afford to and you want to. If you hated it, you don't have to. And if hi Roy, is that Roy? No, it's not Ryan. If you can't afford it, you don't have to. But it costs money to make. So PayPal is ian@ianlee.com. But that's for the YouTube channel.
I could do other books, but I'll never live long enough to do them all. So
No, I thought you were another Roy. I know a Roy, but not you, Roy.
that might be remaining.
I don't really rate the Foo Fighters, although I heard a couple of songs from their new albums and I quite enjoyed it. Welcome, damn it, it's your first day on Periscope.
Talk Radio, 24-hour radio debate.
We're up to nearly 200, look.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
Yeah, we might do that. We've just got to do that when the vibe hits me, Mr. White.
Sponsored by Time to Change. Search Time to Change.
200. 200 of you guys.
New iPhones finally here.
Clicking my thumb.
Which network do you go for?
What's the station format of this station? Well, I don't. This show between 10 and 1 weeknights at UK time is a zany phone-in show where anything goes. It'll be unlike anything you've ever heard. We'll open the phone lines just after 11. If you're in the UK, you can dial 0344 499 1000, or we're going to try Skype tonight. I don't remember the pre-recorded show, Absolute. You can Skype free from anywhere in the world. Late night alternative. And you can phone in about anything, Don't really do politics or the big stories of the day. But if you want to phone in about politics and the big stories of the day, I think I'd be I can do ventriloquism. Look. Hello. Don't look at my neck, though. Hello. My name is Iain. Hello. How are you? Hello. Don't look at my neck. Hello. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. What's your name? My name's Iain. What's your name? I'm a hand.
Give yourself one less thing to think about and stay below the average market price. Discover the right
That's
Eon
what you
tariff for
Periscope as well.
today. Search Eon Energy now. Residential customers only. Prices reviewed.
Please do, Adam. Please do. It's something that I find very interesting. Genuinely do.
Stand up to cancer on Talk Radio. Stand up, raise cash, take cancer out. Collaboration kills cancer. Who's in?
I'm Julia Hartley-Brewer, and I'm turning up the heat on cancer.
Look, what's
with a
this?
big
What's this here?
Aussie bake.
If I cut this, would my head fall off? This. If I cut this with scissors, if I cut that there with scissors, would my head fall off?
Game-changing cancer treatments.
Go ahead, punk. Bake my day.
100% the money raised.
Not yet, Sean. I haven't done it yet.
Science boffins who save lives. Stand up to cancer on Talk Radio.
Hey, is you?
You now have a cause. Search Stand Up to
I would lose
Cancer.
cable.
Sign up.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Right. I'm going to get ready to host what is going to be an absolutely bloody brilliant show.
Centre at 11. It's reported Britain's most wanted woman, the jihadi known as the White Widow, has been killed in an American drone strike. Sally
I'll have a
Jones
bed,
from
please.
Kent fled to Syria with her son in 2013 and started working as a leading recruitment officer for Islamic State. The son says the government has been informed of her death by CIA chiefs. Our defence correspondent Alistair Bunkle says it's a big deal.
If this is true, it is a significant scalp for British and American intelligence who have been trying to find the location of this woman for some time. The Sun is reporting that she was killed by a US drone back in June as she was trying to
regrets. Sexual abuse allegations against Harvey Weinstein have been described as repugnant and abhorrent by the Oscars. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences is to meet at the weekend to discuss any action. The Queen won't lay a wreath at the Cenotaph this year as part of the annual Remembrance Sunday ceremony. Prince Charles will perform her duties instead. The Community Secretary says just 10 households needing new places to live after the Grenfell Tower fire have accepted new homes. 203 were left in need of rehousing after June's deadly blaze. Sajid Javid told MPs the aim is to move them out of emergency accommodation by Christmas.
This has been the absolute number one focus for the council for us in trying to get people rehoused as quickly as possible. But our priority in doing that
Sajid Javid, Sajid Javid, na na, hey hey.
Ben Stokes has apologised to Katie Price and her son Harvey after a video showed him imitating the disabled teenager. The England cricketer is currently not being selected for the national side after his arrest on suspicion of causing actual bodily harm. And Ollie Murs will join will.i.am, Sir Tom Jones and Jennifer Hudson as a coach on The Voice. The singer says he's absolutely buzzing. That's the latest. I'm Annie Green.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Get an earful of unusual nocturnal emissions with radio's Lord of Misrule, Iain Lee. No relation, thank God.
Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Here we go.
Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Good evening, dear listener. We are live. It's 2 minutes past 11. This is the Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee, on Talk Radio. And with time to change, 1 in 4 of us will fight a mental health problem this year. Having a mate in your corner can make all the difference. Search Time to Change to find out more. So, I hope you enjoyed Johnny Rogan. I'm going to be honest, we got in about just after 10 o'clock. Just after the show started. I was cutting it a little bit fine. I do apologise. We went to see Hair at the Vaults in London. Oh, it was good. Oh, it was good. Oh, it was really good. I love it. I love it. Those kids can sing. I'd forgotten just how bleak. Spoiler alert, it's a 50-year-old play, for crying out loud. So what? The Mousetrap is older than that, and I'm not allowed to tell you who did it. I know who did it, even though I've never seen it. I've forgotten, it's a bleak ending. They're singing Let the Sunshine In, and I've forgotten just how bleak it was. But here we go. Round of applause. Bravo. Bravo. Everybody involved in that production, bar one. No, I'm joking. Everybody. So the show is here. It is live. We are streaming on Periscope. If you want to watch it, you can type into your computer periscope.tv/Iain Lee, IAINLEE. You can listen to us on DAB or download the Talk Radio app. Tonight we're going to do something, we're going to do the same old rubbish, don't worry about that, but we're going to try something a little bit different. We tried it a bit last night, and I've been kind of thinking, well, maybe we could do something with this. So it's a phone-in show, right? I know we've got lots of new people listening and watching. Hello. And if you're listening and watching around the world, stay tuned. I can tell you how you can get involved. So the way this normally works is I will sit here and I will talk rubbish. And you can call in 0344 499 1000. 0344 499 1000. Free from most calls. Most may cost you pennies. We call you back. But I've set up a Skype for the show. And here it is. Are you ready? I've not turned it on yet, so just hold your horses. You can Skype us from anywhere in the world. And the name you need to add is Late Night Alternative. I'm going to say something that only old women say. All one word. Late Night Alternative. And we'll try it tonight. And we'll see if it works, and we'll have a little play. But it does mean, because I know we've got listeners all around the world that are jealous that Britain has a queen who disrespects the troops by not laying a wreath at the cenotaph. That's, I think, is we'll discuss that at a later. Let me just take this. Hey, Line 1, you're on the air.
Hi. I just...
No. No. Here's the thing, guys. I have an excellent radar for when someone's going to do something naughty. I've been doing this for 20 years. I have an excellent... I can just sense when someone's going to do something naughty. I should say, as well, if you are new to this and you do phone in or you do Skype in, and I'll turn Skype on in a second, we operate with a 7-second delay. Now, what that means is you can phone up and you can swear and you can say something silly if you want, right? No one will hear it apart from me, Sam and Kath. They're the people that work on the show with me. No one will hear it because what I'll do is I'll cut you off, I'll press the dump button, and it won't get broadcast. So, yeah, phone up and have fun. Phone up and try and catch me out. Phone up and prank me. But if you're just going to phone up and swear... It won't go out on the radio, so you're wasting your time. Skype is open if you want to try that. Late night alternative, or you can call 0344 499 1000. If you do Skype and I miss it, I may be on another call, I may be doing something else, I may even be ignoring it. But keep trying, and we will get back to you, or you. I don't know. Here's the thing. Oh, here we go. Here's our first. Skype. Hello, caller.
Hello? I'm on the air. Hello?
Yes, you're on the air, son.
Okay, so I would like to talk about the recent problems with terror attacks in Britain, if that would be okay with you.
Sure, that'd be great.
Well, what I realise is that we don't have a proper...
What's your accent?
Oh, it's Welsh and English a little bit.
It's what, in English?
It's a little bit of Welsh.
No, it's not. How old are you, sir?
I'm 15, sir.
15? Well, why are you putting on a voice if you're 15? You're speaking your normal voice.
Okay, man.
There we go. Come on, dude. That's what we... Of course I got you, because that was terrible.
Right,
you don't really want to talk about the terror attacks.
Well, I just have, an idea on how we can lower them.
No, you don't want to talk about the terror attacks. You're 15. Why are you worrying about the terror attacks? You should be phoning up to talk about art or music or Xbox or movies or girls or boys or whatever.
Terrorism be more important than talking about Xbox and music, though?
No, but but if it really were more important, and I'm not saying it is and I'm not saying it isn't, then you would have used your own voice to start with. So the fact that you've used a different voice, and it was a terrible accent, the fact that you use an accent, fair play, I'll only give you 3 out of 10 for effort, but the fact that you've used an accent means that you don't want to make a serious point about it. So we don't have to talk about it. Why don't we talk about something exciting, something life-enriching? Why don't we talk about something that makes us feel better about being lonely human beings on this piece of rock that is spinning through the universe? Our life is ultimately pointless and meaningless, and the best thing we can hope for, caller, the best thing we can hope for is to die at an old age. That's it. That's the best we can hope for. You're gonna die. I'm gonna die. We are all going to die. So why would you want to waste any of this precious, precious life talking about stuff that you don't really want to talk about? You feel you should because it's a phone-in radio show. And also, whatever you say isn't going to have any impact on it whatsoever. Okay, and he hung up. There we go, you see. In fact, he didn't want to talk about recent terror attacks. Of course he didn't want to talk about the recent terror attacks. First of all, what recent terror attacks? And secondly, why? I don't want 15-year-old young men and women phoning up speech. Is this what we've become? A world where 15-year-old young men and women phone up speech radio stations to talk about terror attacks? We are better as a species than this. Sure, listen, life goes by like that. I was with my mum today. I've not seen her for a while. I missed her birthday last week because I was away, and I was with my mum, and bless her, she's very ill with MS, and I had to go because I had to sort out this bloody payments and things. And I took her out for a coffee, and we sat for a coffee, and she told me that she'd had a letter from someone, a relative, saying that Auntie Anne had died. Now, I thought Auntie Anne had died quite a long time ago. And then she told me that she had, she then phoned up her mum. She said, I phoned up my mum because I thought she should know, because it would be best to tell Grandad. And I said, Mum, you know that Nan died about 15 years ago? And it broke my heart. And life is so precious and is so short. So don't phone in to talk about terror attacks unless you really, really want to. We've got a caller on the Skype. Hello, caller on the Skype.
Hi, Ian. It's Bruce from Australia.
Hello, Bruce from Australia. Do you want to see my big sellotape?
I haven't spoken to you for many years.
Hey, I had a message about you the other day, bizarrely enough.
What was it?
Someone sent me a message saying, I used to really hate that caller Bruce on LBC.
Are you completely serious?
Yeah, I'm absolutely serious. Someone sent me... Hang on, let me see. It might have been a Facebook message. Let me see if
You're really serious?
I'm absolutely serious. I had a message. I've not spoken to you for years, and I had a message. Hang on.
By the way, you blocked me for comments on your Facebook. Can you please unblock me for that?
Well, hang on. What comments did you put on my Facebook?
I don't know. I've always actually been quite nice to you.
No, you're a bit.
actually,
No, you're a bit of a dick.
I am, but I've improved a bit though.
Well, I don't know how to unblock someone from Facebook.
That's all right. I'll just make a fake account.
Okay, fine. There we go. Great.
But just so the listeners know, you know that Ian's on prime time on Australian TV every week in Australia.
Tell them about it, buddy. I'm a big star over there.
No, he seriously is. There's a channel called Channel 7.
Yep.
Which is pretty big, and he's actually on this channel hosting a program about dogs on YouTube.
Yep.
And it literally is the top rating program in Australia.
They show it over here, and it does quite well over here. But in Australia, sometimes it's the number. Didn't it replace a cookery program or something?
Yeah. It replaced My Kitchen Rules.
Yeah, which was going down the pan. I know, this is true. I'm number one in Australia. Imagine that, Bruce.
I'm actually in bed. I promise I'm not going to do anything silly. I'm actually in bed. I've just woken up.
Right.
Can people see the video?
No, because no, they can't. And also, it's a black screen, so I can't see you.
I know, I've got my finger over the thing.
Well, no one can see it. Only I can see it.
I'll just say I'm actually in bed. I'm not naked or anything. So here I am in bed, and then the dog's over there. He's having a bit of a snooze.
You look like all of the League of Gentlemen put together in one.
Thanks, Ian. I appreciate it.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks for calling. So that's how it works. We could be onto something with this. We could be onto something with the Skype. We've had a call from a knob from Australia. I heard. And let's take a quick break, shall we, dear listener? So the Skype, if you want to add it, is Late Night Alternative. This is the Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee, on Talk Radio, and with Time to Change.
Talk Radio. Contact Talk Radio. Call 0344 499 1000. Text Talk and your message to 87222. Text costs 25p plus your standard network rate. Or you can tweet us at Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
Time to Change with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. Sponsored by Time to Change.
It sounds brilliant.
Time to Change.
What's the date, Dave?
Winter can hit you hard if your boiler's not up to it. So make sure your home or business stays a step ahead this winter with a new boiler from British Gas for half price. You'll still get our full fixed price guarantee and our full 5-year warranty. And you'll only pay full price for the installation. Oh, and don't worry, you will get a full boiler. It's only the price we've cut in half. But hurry, this half price offer ends 31st of October. Get yours now and be a step ahead this winter. Search British Gas New Boiler. Conditions apply.
Eating some crisps, watching Sky One.
Hey, Danny John Jules has retweeted me.
No plates, no cutlery, no table.
I like this
They
guy.
even come in their own tidy little bag.
I think he interviewed me once.
Lick your fingers before touching the remote. Love my crisps. Almost as much as I love telly. Crispy one, Sky One.
When you run your own business, being in the right place at the right time can make all the difference. And as the UK's #1 commercial vehicle brand, we understand this too.
It's crazy.
That's why at the
Shitloads of
Ford
calls.
Transit Show live
That's how we do
event,
it.
we'll give you a free sat
The show
nav
with the
when you
most
purchase
calls
a new
is now
commercial vehicle.
upped its
So
call
your
rate
business can be
by
in the
quite a
right place at the
significant
right
amount.
time, every time. Visit your nearest Ford dealer between the 7th and 15th of
You've
October.
got
Ford.
banana.
Together, we go further.
There we go.
And I've got to
The
go
free
and get
entry-level
those,
satellite
not-
navigation
Oh,
system
rice crackers!
based on Tornado series. Vehicles to be contracted between the 7th and 15th of October 2017 and registered between the 7th of October 2017 and 30th of June 2018.
Yeah,
Offer
that's
available
it.
to retail and eligible fleet customers only at participating Ford dealers. Not available with any other promotions.
Ahoy there! Is your car feeling sluggish? Like you're lugging a massive great anchor? It could be your engine clogging up with dirt. Over time, BP Ultimate with active technology removes
When
dirt
the
from your engine,
moon
and it
is
can
in
give
the
you
southern
more miles per tank.
sun.
So, it's anchors away! BP Ultimate with active technology. Green lights all the way.
Really good. South
Based
Africa
on engines
was a lot
tested in
stronger than
dirty
the first
versus
time.
clean condition, and for Ultimate unleaded versus RON 95. Benefits may vary due to factors including vehicle condition and driving style. See bp.com/Ultimate.
Yay!
After hours
Get it down, you
conversation
girl.
for the up all night generation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
If anyone wants a bit of sexy fun, go on Periscope. Kath's eating a banana.
No, I'm not.
We should do it pay-per-view. That's what we need. Go on, eat that banana, girl. 0344 499 1000, or you can Skype Late Night Alternative. If we answer it, that's great. If we don't answer it, then that's, maybe try a little bit later on. I want to take one of these calls. Good evening, Nathan. Nathan, that's...
Hello?
Yeah, no. See, here's the thing.
Remember what your pseudonym is, pranksters.
Exactly. If you could come on with a fake name, right? Try and remember the fake name between the 3 minutes of you saying it to Sam and then me saying it on air, all right? It's that simple. Evening, Dennis.
Good evening, Ian. You're back to normal again, I see.
I have a suspicion that you actually died in 2009, and this is a recording, or they've had... Shut up. Shut up, you rude old man. Or your wife had you stuffed, and she's got a little tiny plastic disc in your chest, and she has to pull a piece of string, and you just come out with the same tired old phrases. Is that correct?
She's threatened to put me in an egg timer when I've been cremated.
You've done that joke thrice before.
At least.
I know, but there's something to tell you. A few days' time, my eldest boy will be retiring at 65. I'll be living old age pensioners. Live as long as you can, Brett. Live as long as you can and enjoy everything. You've been a great old guy in the past. I'll put your leg in on and on and on.
Okay.
And leave you alone.
Does anyone know what he's talking about?
Yeah, leave Kathy alone. I understood that bit.
Thank you, Dennis.
And have a nice holiday.
Yeah, okay.
Next time you go.
Don't, because I spent the afternoon with my mum, and I was saying she was talking about she'd recently phoned up my nan to tell her that Auntie Anne had died. And I said, Nan died 15 years ago. Oh, I could see her getting upset. And I was just so anyway, what did she say? Well, but then we're coming back, and she was in the wheelchair, and there were these old people, coming towards us, and they very kindly moved over so we could get through. And she went, everywhere around here is full of bloody pensioners. I said, Mum, you're 67. You're literally an OAP.
Listen, my grandma says that, and she's 93.
Yeah.
She talks about old people. You don't realise when it's you.
Let's try. I've got some missed calls. The joy of doing this is I can ring people back. So let's try giving this one a call. Late Night Alternative, if you want to Skype in, you're welcome to try it. I think this could be the future because it sounds great. You might, if you're Skyping in, you might struggle to hear Kath.
That's no bad thing.
Okay, they're not. Let's try this one.
Sounds the same.
This was different. If you Skype in and use video Skype, you'll be able to see my giant sellotape, which I've got down by my feet. Good evening, Gary.
Good evening. I'm a prankster and my name is Dave. I wondered, I was just using this technology to prank UK-based radio station.
It sounds like you're calling us from the 1930s.
Well, I'm putting on my late-night posh voice.
Are you on a 78 RPM record?
Yes.
That would explain it, Gazatola.
I just wondered, if I wrote a book and got it published, could I come on the show as a guest?
What's it about?
What do you want?
Oh.
You pick the topic, I'll write the book, then I come on the show as a guest, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how it works, isn't it, Kath?
Pretty much.
Yeah, sure.
I'll even give Kath my email address so she doesn't have to waste time chasing me down and stuff.
No, seriously, it's fine.
Gatford, you know Skype, right? Someone else is ringing in now. How do I add them to this call?
The problem is Skype has changed up versions so many times, I'm not really sure.
Right.
There should be an option to...
He's gone then. He's no use to me.
No.
I wanted to add him to the call that was coming in then.
But if it's a choice between him and the new one...
He's gone. He's gone. I'm just accepting these, all these contact requests. Gosh, look at this, lots of people. Evening, caller.
Evening, you alright?
Evening.
To add another call, you'll get, like, when somebody else is ringing in, you will get 2 arrows going into one. And then
I didn't get that. I didn't get that. What I got was another call came up, and I could take that new call, but it would put the first call on hold.
What I love about this is not only Kyle's gestures, because he did like 2 fingers into one, but also Kyle's cardigan. That is a treat, Kyle.
Catherine, it's not a cardi.
It's a dressing gown.
It's a lady's dressing gown, which I'm known for wearing.
He's going trans. Very trendy.
Oh,
Very
takes a
trendy.
real man to wear a lady's dressing gown.
Nothing wrong with it.
Well, Kyle, you've called. Would you like to... Oh, hang on, I've lost you. Hang on a minute. Would you like to see my giant sellotape?
Nothing would give me greater pleasure.
I'm going to hide it from the viewers on Periscope.
Size of that, Kyle.
Look at the size of that, Kyle.
That's a good few inches, isn't it?
Isn't it? Look at the girth on it. There we go. Just putting that down there. You can only see that if you phone up via Skype using the video feature.
Yeah, if you want to see Ian's girth certificate.
Hey, Catherine Boyle.
I know the lingo.
Wowzers.
Well, a couple of things for you, Ian, if that was all right.
Yes.
One is next week. I can't believe I did this last year. It flashed up on my iPad that next week is the anniversary of...
When you went nuts?
I have gone nuts. I've
Yes.
gone negative. Tastes like food.
Oh, those were the days.
Leslie doesn't call us anymore, does he?
No.
Hey, I tell you who I was talking to on Twitter. Hashtag Fossil Friday.
Shut up.
Yeah.
He liked a tweet of mine this morning.
Yeah, so I tweeted him.
Colin,
he used to phone the other place to talk about fossils. Very boring man. And he got involved in a Twitter conversation I was having with Justin. And
he's firmly in their camp.
yeah,
isn't
and
he?
I said, why didn't you call my show anymore? And he went, oh, it's too late for me. I need my beauty sleep. Now, anyone that says they need their beauty sleep is a very dull person
And
indeed.
he looks like Mr. Magoo, so a bit late.
He looks like if Mr. Magoo were a sex offender.
Flippin' heck!
That's what he looks like.
You know, he does ring me about 3 times a week, don't you know? And I've inherited him from you, kind of.
Good.
Stops him ringing us.
So what? Hang on. Did we get to your point?
No, I was going to ask you, but did I miss the Sam Fox question last night? I've got one.
Oh well, we did try to do the Sam Fox quiz last night, but we'll do the Sam Fox quiz tonight. Yes.
Bring it, Kyle. Bring it.
It was the Sam Fox quiz. What's your question?
Okay, so she was a big star in 1982, but how much did she insure her breasts for?
£1 million.
No.
Each.
$1 million each.
Oh, Catherine!
I said it. I said it. What are you talking about? I said £1 million each.
But of course, if she was going to be accurate, she should insure one for slightly less, because no one's completely symmetrical.
Did you send out that Sam Fox box set?
Yes? No thanks yet.
Okay. So that's how it's going to work tonight. We'll try and make the whole
I sent
show...
her with a comp slip saying, enjoy your Sam Fox box.
We'll try and make the whole show not be us going, well, this is... Can you see me? This is working. But if you want to call in, 0344 499 1000. If you're calling in from anywhere around the world, even the United Kingdom, you can Skype Late Night Alternative. I tell you what I'm going to do is I won't call out, because it's quite boring, just you hearing the ringing tone. So if once you hear a call has ended, you can Skype in, or because of the delay, if you sense the call is coming to an end, then you can Skype in, and I'll take you next if if that's the way it goes. But I wish I could work out how to put two calls together. That would be just that would be magic. That'd be magic, wouldn't it?
Well, there's always going to be flaws in new technology.
So here's the thing. I've just finished the book about Scott Walker and the Walker Brothers, and I've of course I've shared a stage with Scott Walker. Me, Jarvis Cocker, and Scott Walker are on stage together. You're pulling a face as though
Two big voices.
Well, you're right. Jarvis's is quite nasally, but it was a very tiny stage. There were 3 men on it. I was one of them. The other 2 were Jarvis Cocker and Scott Walker.
Who was the tallest?
I think it was me. I think Scott Walker. I've got it on video somewhere. I've kept meaning to get it and put it on YouTube. I think Scott Walker made a speech, and I don't really get Scott Walker. Okay, I certainly don't get his new stuff because it's awful, right? And I do like reading biographies about people that I don't really necessarily like or necessarily know a lot about. So I've read this book and I've really, really enjoyed it, and I've gone to a couple of songs. I think someone's getting undressed.
Sound of a pervert.
Hello, Chuck.
Howdy, partner.
Sorry?
Howdy, partner.
Gosh.
Have you been in a car accident?
I'm in a very precarious situation. Did you get my message?
I didn't get your message, Chuck. No. What was?
Okay.
What was the precarious situation?
Well, I'll send the message over Skype. I hope it come through.
Let's have a little look here.
What's it saying? Iain?
Not a laughing matter.
Share with the class, please. Can I have a look? Oh my god. Oh my god, that sounds perilous.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead there.
Indeed, trouble. Need help. You're my only hope, damn Wayne.
What's going on, Chuck?
What's happening, Chuck?
What's up, Chuck?
I'm currently hiding in my bunker. Guess I hate to break it to you, but holy Jackamole, aliens have landed. Got to be very quiet, actually.
Are you sure they can't feel your vibrations?
Not a laughing matter, actually.
I'm laughing. We laugh when we're afraid.
Nervous,
Yes,
yeah.
don't we, Josh? It doesn't have to be funny to make us laugh. We laugh when we're afraid. What the hell is going on, Chuck? First of all, how long have you had a bunker for, and what's down there?
Apart from you.
Just a lot of cans of beans and some and a bed.
So what?
Bed. Sorry.
I hope you've got some ventilation down there. So tell me about what happened then. What happened with the aliens? When did you first get suspicious?
I don't know if it's on the news yet, but oh blimey, Charlie, I was in Washington and Oklahoma, and big flying saucer came flying over.
What did it look like, Chuck?
Well, like Frey Benton's pie, actually.
I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. No, they can look like that. Don't laugh. It's you next.
Oh, Jesus.
And then
go
all
on.
these little green men started running out and saying, we're going to bomb you. And I was kind of scared about that. So I went into my bunker.
They're quite colloquial, these green men, aren't they?
Well, I don't know why they said that, but...
Do you know what the green men said, Iain?
No, what did they say?
I'm going to bomb you. See, normally they call it probe, don't they? They've obviously got intelligence.
I shouted hot dog and I ran in my bunker and I'm just waiting out the storm now.
Duck
Can you
and
please
cover.
ring Donald Trump and let him know?
Look, hang on a minute. Do you want us to phone Donald Trump?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, please.
Okie dokie. Where does he lives in the White House,
Well,
doesn't he?
no, not really. Mar-a-Lago or Trump Tower.
Trump.
Bring a golf course.
Let's phone Mar-a-Lago phone number. Okay, we'll phone. Hang on. Right. Okay. Stay there, Chuck. You can tell him. I'm going to call the president.
Okay.
3, 2.
What time is it there? Well, it doesn't matter, does it?
What
It's a
time is it
national
there? Hang on,
crisis.
we can ask him. What time is it there, Chuck?
I haven't actually really got a clock in my bunker, so I'll start to talk.
Okay, listen. You're calling up Mar-a-Lago.
Reception name.
Okay.
This call is being recorded.
Oh.
If you do not wish to be recorded, please disconnect at this time. Please hold while I try to connect you.
It's up to you, Chuck. Over to you, Chuck.
Good evening, Mar-a-Lago Club Security. How can I help you?
Right, I'll say my code now. Code word. Jackanory. I'd like to be put through to the big guy, please.
That's not gonna happen, sir.
What kind of level of security do you need, partner?
I don't need anything. Have a great day.
No, it's big news. You can't be...
Gosh, was that Chuck Winkle talking to Chuck Winkle?
Well, that didn't bloody work.
No, he didn't respect your authority.
Hang on a second. Let's try Trump Tower. Trump.
Maybe he's not in.
Was that the White House you just
That was Mar-a-Lago.
That's what he calls the Winter White House. Where he plays a lot of golf.
Here we go. This is 001.
Yeah.
001.
I mean, maybe they should be calling us by now. We've said the code words.
Yeah, it's surprised you didn't go for the code word.
Jackanory.
Say again.
You're
triggering all kinds.
Here we go. So it's phoning Trump Tower now. Here we go. It's up to you, Chuck. Over to you. Hang on, it's just ringing.
The person you have dialed can't take your call now. At the tone, please record your message.
Leave a message.
When you are finished recording, simply hang up or press the pound key for further options.
Right, howdy, partner. It's Chuck Winkle from the American News Yes Please Network. I'm sure you've heard of me.
When you're finished recording, simply hang up or press
His
the pound
inbox
key
might be
for
full.
further options.
How rude.
Try again.
Howdy, partner Giacomoli. It's Chuck Winkle from the American News Now. Yes Please Network with some breaking news for the big guy. I'm sure we'd like to hear about it. Very big news indeed. Aliens are bloody landed, so you can tell him pretty urgent, and I'm currently bunkering down. God bless.
Let's try one more. Let's try one more. And then we'll just disappear. Yes?
Just trying to raise awareness.
I know, we're trying to help.
Certainly doing that.
Let's try the...
Chuck Winkle.
this is another number for Trump Tower, so you just try this.
Hope it works.
I'm sorry, but the person
God.
you called has a voicemail box.
Do you know what I think?
Yeah.
You triggered the code word. He's already on it.
He's bunkering down. Let's try one more number.
Oh, God, I think they're at the door.
Oh, I got a disagreement. No, don't worry, we can do this.
Don't open the door, Chuck. Oh.
God.
Chuck?
I don't want to be bummed, thank you very much. Right, okay, if I could hurry a little long, because there's someone at the door.
Don't go anywhere.
Hear me.
They're not inside, are they? The door?
You.
Oh, dear. Oh.
You okay, Chuck?
Sorry, Office Restaurant is not available. Record your message.
Right, hang on a second.
It's like he doesn't want to know the truth, Chuck.
Let's try. This is the last one we're going to try.
What do you want from me?
Stay with us, Chuck.
Stay with us, Chuck. We're going straight to the top. We're phoning the White House. It's where we should have dialed originally. It's the White House. Away you go.
Thank you for calling the White House comment line. The office is closed. Your comment is important to the president.
But not that important.
I'm sure it bloody is.
The hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m.
Hang on, last
9 till
one.
4, not even 5. What a lazy kid.
No, I know.
But they're not bloody to realise that there's a bloody UFO in here.
Let's go. Here we go. Last one. Good luck, Chuck.
I got in base.
For quality and training purposes, this call may be monitored but will not be recorded.
Come on. Come on.
Thank you for calling the White House comment line.
Oh.
The office is
bloody
closed. Your comment is important to the president. Please call back between the hours
Oh.
of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m.
It looks like you're going to have to do this on your own, Chuck.
Oh, God. Right, I'll take one for America then.
Just the one.
Good luck, Chuck. Take care.
Oh, that's up there.
Bye-bye.
They're not going to find anything up there.
No, they're not going to find anything. This is the Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee, on Talk Radio. And with Time to Change, 1 in 4 of us will fight a mental health problem this year. Having a mate in your corner can make all the difference. Search Time to Change to find out more.
Here
we go. Go.
Of mid-morning radio.
Fucking phoning up Trump.
With me, Julia Hartley-Brewer. Hard-hitting debate, strong opinions, and essential listening. Julia Hartley-Brewer.
You turn if you want to.
The ladies not for turning off.
Julia Hartley-Brewer.
Tomorrow morning from 10.
On Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk. The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You can Skype Late Night Alternative, and Marty is saying, I just sent you a screenshot on Skype as to how you can add another call to the call you're already on. Marty, is that you from Vancouver? Because I don't see it, dude. I don't see, I certainly don't see that image that you claim to have sent me. So I'm unable to help with that. So, reading that Scott Walker, and every now and then I've ordered Scott one. I don't think he's the genius that everyone says he is, but there's something about that voice that is quite magical, but I just don't really buy into it. But I would listen to, every now and then I'd read about a song in the book and I go, I'll check it out online. And there's a great song called Lines, which is a great song. Very strange band, the Walker Brothers. The drummer couldn't drum. So he would mime and they'd have someone behind the curtain playing because he couldn't drum. But they were just, he had paid for them all to come to the UK. Never had a hit in the States.
Didn't they?
No. They're all Americans. They came over here, never had a hit in the States, and a very, very peculiar band. But one of their songs, I can't stop playing it, and I'll play it in a minute. Hello, Dan. Oh, geez. That's not Dan, that's Rupert Murdoch.
G'day, Ian. How you doing?
Oh, God, the mouth moves. Very well, Rupert.
Sir.
I've just been listening to your show this evening.
Yes?
I was just wondering, Ian, you're not making me any money tonight, are you?
Not tonight, sir. No, sir.
What? I put these special lines in. And the thing I was wondering, right, are you Kenny Masters?
I don't think I'm Kenny Masters.
Who's Kenny Masters?
I don't know who Kenny Masters is.
I'm very shocked by that revelation, Ian.
Uh-oh. Did you think I was Kenny Masters and that's why you gave me the job?
I did think you might be Kenny Masters. I've seen you holding your big wrench.
I know, yes, thank you, sir. Well, sorry, we'll try and make some more money for you, sir.
I think that's quite important. You've got a good sponsor there, Ian. I'm proud to support this charity.
Thanks very much indeed. There must be a way, and Matthew Stevenson, if you're listening, is there a way that I can somehow stream the video footage from the Skype calls on Periscope? It won't be on Periscope, it'll be something like a Google Hangout. You just have a little think about that, Matthew. So, reading this book about Scott Walker, man, I knew very little about, and I like the enigma, I like the myth, not so keen on the music, but Sun Ain't Gonna Shine Anymore is a great song, you know that. But this song, No Regrets, right, I'm aware of it, I've always been aware of it, because they got back together in the 70s, and it was a very weird reunion where they did two sort of half-assed reunion albums, then did an avant-garde album. Very strange band. And they would play working men's clubs, right? At the height of their fame, they'd go and play, because Scott Walker didn't want to do big shows and things, so they'd just go and play in working men's clubs to get the money. And he would refuse to sing any of the hits. Isn't that weird? But the song, No Regrets, is now you know it, right? But you don't know it. You don't know it.
Well, I do know it.
But no. You know, there's no regrets. You don't know about. You know that bit. But you don't. The song itself is one of the most lush, moving, miserable pieces. It's all about people that are split up, and he's glad that they've split up.
Yeah, I listened to it again for the first time in ages today, and there was a lyric that I hadn't noticed before.
Yeah, go on. I bet you know which one.
We'll only cry.
Yeah.
And then...
Oh, no, the one I was thinking was, don't want you back. Don't want you back.
I'd heard that before. We'd only cry, and I thought that was the end, but he says, and again, or something.
Yeah. What I'm going to do...
Meaning, if we get back together again, we're going to be back here in, 2 weeks.
We're going to have a break, right? I forgot what time I did that second read. It was about 11:36, I think. We'll have a break, and we come back, and we're going to play No Regrets. It's quite a long song. Right, and I thoroughly suggest that you do it. If you've got headphones on, that'd be great. If you can lie down in the dark, that would be awesome. If you can just if you're doing something, if you're reading, if you're making, if you're washing, whatever, just try and stop. We'll have some adverts. We'll come back. We'll go and play No Regrets by the Walker Brothers. Try and be completely present, because honestly, it's a sound unlike anything I've ever heard. I've never really paid it any attention. This is the Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee, on Talk Radio with Time to Change.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Don't want you back.
We have ways of making you talk.
Time to Change with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. Sponsored by Time to Change. Search Time to Change.
Right, your car's already great. Who's that sticking out of the engine? Oh, yes, Simon. He's just giving a thorough last check. He does get stuck in. Right, grab a leg. Oh, okay. Come on, Simon.
Because we know every Nissan back to front, you get even greater peace of mind. So visit Nissan's used car event from the 6th to the 23rd of October and get a deposit contribution of up to £750 plus 2 years servicing on selected nearly new vehicles bought with Nissan Finance. 9.9% APR representative. Nissan Finance. Subject to status and over 18s. Participating dealers. T's and C's apply. See nissanusedcars.co.uk. Google Nissan Cared For to find your nearest dealer.
Oh, Churchy, look at that snazzy new car. Like me in the glory days, before I got written off. My blinkers had that keen sparkle, and my pipes, well, don't get me started on my pipes.
Oh, no.
If your car is written off, you can choose between a replacement, paying for an upgrade, or the money.
Time to pass on the baton. Oh.
Churchill, depend on the dog. Comprehensive cover only, excludes theft claims, exact match subject to availability. Minimum car value £3,500 or cash replacement. Upgrade available when difference is paid. Underwritten by UK Insurance Limited.
Sorry to interrupt. Realise you're busy.
Really is.
That's why you didn't have time to make dinner. Burger and chips. Sorted. Of course, you're also much too busy to suffer the discomfort of heartburn or indigestion that can follow a late-night meal.
Yeah.
Try
I put
Gaviscon
headphones
Double
in now, so they
It gets to
pick it up,
work
but
instantly and lasts up to twice as long as antacids. Get dual relief from heartburn and indigestion with Gaviscon Double Action, even when lying down.
now,
Available in mint or aniseed-flavoured liquids. Gaviscon Double Action. Always read the label. Stand up to cancer on Talk Radio. Stand up, raise cash, take cancer out. It's time to supercharge the fight against cancer.
I'm Paul Ross, and I'm getting orangified for Stand Up to Cancer. I'll be suited and booted in top-to-toe tangerine with a towie tan to boot.
Every orange has appeal, and now you can go orange for an awesome fundraising appeal. Wear orange, pay up, take cancer
no.
Shake your satsumas and help bring in stacks of cash for game-changing cancer treatments. 100% of the money raised goes straight to those badass science boffins who save lives.
Stand Up to Cancer on Talk Radio. Rebels, you now have a cause. Search Stand Up to Cancer to sign up.
You've watched the cult TV show, you've seen the controversial opera, you've read the best-selling book, and you've drunk
There's
the
no
intoxicating
regrets.
aftershave.
The Skype
Now,
thing seems to be
check out the
working,
Jerry
doesn't
Springer
it?
Radio Show, right here only on Talk Radio. Join me, Jerry Springer, live on tape from a coffee shop in Kentucky, and enjoy the very best after-hours conversation, recreation, and just a little caffeination. It's Tales, Tunes, and Tomfoolery on the Jerry Springer Radio Show this Saturday from midnight, only on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Evening, dear listener. Don't call in for the next 5 minutes or so. I want to share a piece of music with you. It's quite a long piece, 5 minutes 39. It's the Walker Brothers. So they were big in the 60s. Then they split up, and Scott Walker went off and had some hit records, and then didn't. The others didn't. Then they got back together again, and in the mid 70s, and they had this hit. Now it's a song that you'll know. I thought it's a song that you think you know, but you don't know it. I believe the kids would call this as a red pilling. I'm about to red pill you. Right? This song is incredible. Okay, listen to the strings. Listen to Scott Walker's voice. There's a listen to the harmony. John Walker, not real name. John is doing the harmonies, right? It is the bleakest. Have a listen to this. I can't describe it. I think this is absolutely wonderful. Right, here we go. Mean. Isn't that? I couldn't stop listening to that yesterday. I got home. I just had it on repeat because I kept hearing new things. That voice, that really subtle harmony that you don't pick out. That bit, boom, 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 boom. That bit, the steel guitar at the beginning and at the end, the strings, that guitar solo, which again John Walker didn't play, but he'd mime it on television, and they'd have someone behind the curtain playing it for real. It's just an amazing 5 minutes and 39 of music.
And at its peak, it's massive.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then all of a sudden, gone.
Isn't it? I love it. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You can Skype Late Night Alternative. I'm fiddling away trying to. Matthew has found out a way that I can stream the video from the Skype, but it's a little bit fiddly. I've just downloaded a computer program, and I will have a little look at it during the news to see if we can get that to work. That means if you're watching on youtube.com/rabbithole, you'll be able to see the Skype callers. But just give me until after midnight to give that a go, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you very much indeed. It'd be good if aliens did come down.
Oh, it'd make things a bit more interesting, wouldn't it?
Here's my theory. I don't think aliens will come down. I think they'll come across. I think that they are amongst us, operating on a different dimension.
Here's the thing.
Hello.
Why are we expecting them to be humanoid?
We're not.
They might be tiny.
No, we're not. They could be.
I reckon they've been here for ages.
Well, they could be huge. I don't know if you've seen the television series Land of the Giants, where the humans landed on it. They went to Land of the Giants.
Yeah.
So they were tiny, and everyone else was massive. Like a cat would eat them or something.
Or they might be those, what they called, them creatures that live on your skin.
Lilliputians.
No, the other ones.
Crabs.
No, the real ones.
Crabs are real? Take a minute, would you? Hey, speaking of which, there's
tardigrades.
There's a fake story, fake news. Hang on a second, where was it? The Sun. Where was it? Fake news.
Surely not in the Sun.
A stunned couple chased off a snarling badger with a broom after finding it sitting on their landing. Right, well, we know that badgers don't exist.
Well.
And there's what that is. It's obviously a picture of a toy badger stood atop the stairwell. That's what that is. Why would they fake that, these weirdos?
A snarling badger?
Graham Raitt, 74, thought it was a cuddly toy left by their grandchildren until it started moving. As he got closer, the badger bared its teeth and snarled, so Graham called wife Hazel, 73,
she sorted it out.
who chased it down the stairs and out of the house in Kettering, Northants with her broom. Pictured right, and there is a picture of the broom.
Why's she got a broom upstairs?
You know, sex games. Maybe she's got one of those machines. Graham said, I was gobsmacked. He was just sitting there. So were you, you lazy old git. You got your missus to chase it out.
Like it was a big spider.
Yes, they're riddled with tuberculosis, if they actually existed, which they don't, but...
Isn't it bovine tuberculosis?
Whatever,
so unless you've got udders, you're fine.
So you'd be in trouble. Really, I'm digging music at the moment. I stopped listening to music for a bit, and I'm digging it.
I go through phases where I can't listen to music 'cause it's too much.
Oh, I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. I'm really digging The Who at the moment. Oh, What a great band The Who are. What a great band. And stupidly, I've only seen them live twice. And I'm thinking, why? I saw them in '89 when they were a bit ropey. And then I saw them at Live 8. But I should have... Why didn't I go and see them on their last tour? What was I thinking? Why didn't I go on their last tour? What an idiot.
I saw them at Live 8.
Yeah.
My parents have always gone on about them because they used to go and see them in the 1970s.
Yep.
When they were loud.
Yes.
My parents have always talked about how if you're in a Who concert, you could feel the music going through your chest. It was so loud.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, they're not quite like that now, but they still put on a bloody good show. Oh, actually, I saw half of Quadrophenia at the Royal Albert Hall after I introduced them, of course, guys. But
It's not the same from the side of the stage, is it?
why didn't I go and see them? I don't know. What's an idiot? Sometimes I'm a real idiot. I'm a real stupid, dumbass. I nearly said nonce there. I'm not. I am definitely not a nonce.
A knob.
Knob. Well, even that's a little bit. Dear listener, we have another hour of this nonsense to go. I'm going to pause Skype, so you won't be able to call. I'm going to make that we are offline. But you can still phone in 0344 499 1000. You can send us your contact requests on Skype. I'll get those. You are listening to a very unique radio show. This is the Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee, her Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio with Time to Change. Don't forget, 1 in 4 of us will fight a mental health problem this year. Having a mate in your corner can make all the difference. We'll have more on this tomorrow as well, so keep listening. Search Time to Change to find out more. You're listening to Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Join
Speakers
the
right down,
Talk
please.
Nation.
Dial up and Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking. Time to Change with Iain Lee on Talk
I have a
Radio.
coffee and some water.
Sponsored
Could
by
you turn
Time
the
to
left
Change. Search Time
light
to
switch, the
Change.
middle light switch on,
Another
please?
one tries duster.
No, it was the other ones. I always get it wrong. There we go. Thank you.
Hey, why don't we get one too?
Another one drives the duster. Get in on the action with the Dacia Duster SUV. And with the Dacia scrapping scheme, you can save up to £1,000 when you swap your old car for a brand new Dacia Duster. Order by the end of this year and register by 31st of January 2018. Dacia, you do the maths. Exclusions apply. Eligibility criteria apply. Participating dealers only. Visit dacia.co.uk/scrapping to find out more.
From office equipment to fuel. What if the everyday things you buy for your business could add up to something a bit more rewarding? With the American Express Gold Business Card, you can earn membership rewards points on your business spend and use them for office supplies, restaurants, or even flights. Join now and get 20,000 bonus points when you spend £3,000 in the first 3 months. Plus your first year's annual card fee is on us, saving you £125. Search Amex Gold Business to apply. Welcome offer subject to card membership approval. For a card with no annual fee, rewards, or other features, an alternative is available. See website for terms.
18 plus, begambleaware.org. Introducing the new sports betting experience at Mr. Green, including new site layout, navigation and stats on the big events. Experience it for yourself by joining Mr. Green Sports today. Looking for a bet? Ask for Mr. Green. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details. Stand up to cancer on Talk Radio. Stand up, raise cash, take cancer out. Because we're closer than ever to beating it.
I'm shine-headed king of the airwaves, James Whale, and I'm leading the hair raiser rebellion for Stand Up to Cancer.
Shave your shoulders, wax your woolly bits, DB at your boat race. In fact, do anything you like to go fuzz-free and help raise shed loads of cash for life-changing cancer research.
Wax on, shave off, take cancer out. 100% of the money raised goes straight to those badass science boffins who save lives. Stand Up to Cancer on Talk Radio. Rebels, you now have a cause. Search Stand Up to Cancer to sign up.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio. We'll get you talking. Talk Radio.
03444 99 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. I'm Iain Lee. This is Talk Radio. No bed.
From the Sky News Centre at midnight, British jihadist Sally Jones has reportedly been killed in a US drone strike in Syria. According to The Sun, the government was informed by CIA chiefs in June that the 50-year-old had died. She fled to Syria in 2013 and became known as the White Widow after working as a leading recruitment officer for Islamic State. Major General Chip Chapman, a former head of counter-terror at the Ministry of Defence, says it's significant.
She actually ran the Al-Hansa Brigade, which was the all-female police unit. And recently, IS have told that women should get involved in jihad. That's actually a sign of weakness. So if you take out those who are high-value targets from the women, it's going to have an impact at the operational level of IS.
Cara Delevingne says disgraced film producer Harvey Weinstein tried to kiss her in a hotel room. The model and actress says he got a woman to make advances at her and had told her on another occasion that if she was gay, she'd never make it in Hollywood. A string of sexual assault and harassment claims have been made against Weinstein. Actress Rosie Halal says this kind of thing happens because people think they can get away with it.
It's a lot to do with who knows who. It's very undercover, the whole casting process, and the performances and rehearsals are often secret because they don't want anyone to know what the show is going to be about.
Special police officers have been called to a prison in Worcestershire following a disturbance. The Ministry of Justice says it's managing an ongoing incident at HMP Long Lartin. At least 21 people have been killed by some of the most destructive wildfires in California's history. More than 3,000 homes have been destroyed and hundreds of people are missing. The Queen's asked Prince Charles to lay her wreath at the cenotaph on Remembrance Sunday. The monarch will still attend the service but will watch with the Duke of Edinburgh from a nearby balcony. And nearly half of us admit to having a secret money stash that nobody knows about. It's mainly in bank accounts, bonds, stocks and shares, but some even hide it around the house. That's the latest. I'm Annie Green.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Here's a message from the Haters Club, dedicated to the one I love. I've been cursed by your wicked kiss. Once felt it's forever missed, forever missed. I'm a member of the Haters Club, and I'm hating every minute of me without you, you without me. Give me some. Give me some of that misery, that misery. I'm a high hater. I run with the best like Darth Vader and the Witch of the West. Poisoning apples to make you ill, like Cruella de Vil. I'll set you up for the kill. It's such a twisted state of bliss, indulging in such hatefulness. I just need a prequel to redeem my evil, 'cause I wasn't always like this, like this. Seeing couples hand in hand makes it hard for me to understand. Me without you, you without me. Give me some of that misery, that misery. I'm a high hater. I run with the best like Darth Vader and the Witch of the West. Poisoning apples to make you ill, like Cruella de Vil. I'll set you up for the kill. I'm jinxed with the curse. I got nothing but bad luck. Could I be superstitious? Don't think, cross my heart, hope to die. Why's your love so vicious, 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 vicious? I'm a high hater. I run with the best like Darth Vader and the Witch of the West. Poisoning apples to make you ill, like Cruella de Vil. I'll set you up for the kill. Hater. I run with the best like Darth Vader and the Witch of the West. Poisoning apples to make you ill, like Cruella de Vil. I'll set you up for the kill.
Oh, yeah, we go, dear listener. There we go. 0344 4991000 is the telephone number. If you... Oh, hang on a second, I've got to stop. I don't know where to start. I get to swear everyone. There we go. Let's go to Mr. Olbus. Good evening, Mr. Olbus.
Hey Ian, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, ma'am. What have you got for us?
Well, I don't know if you remember on Monday, I said to you I had to go to see Blade Runner 2049.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And I kind of was regretting it because I watched the first one and I didn't want to see it.
Yes.
Well, I've just come out of the cinema now.
Yes.
And can I please have 3 hours of my life back?
Oh, was it really that dull?
It was worse than the first.
Oh, mate, you're joking.
And that makes it even more hard to swallow.
Oh,
honestly.
What a nightmare, because the first one is as dull as anything.
It was so bad. I'm laughing.
Well, oh, man, a part of me feels sorry for you, but part of me thinks, well, it serves you right, you muppet.
Well, in a way, yeah.
It serves you right, you absolute pudding. Why did you have to go?
Well, because I wanted to be loyal. I don't like letting people down.
Right.
You know? When you say yes to someone, I like my yes to mean yes. You know?
You're a good friend, but you're also you got bad friends.
Yeah, well, I suppose. But can I just say one other little thing?
Yeah, go on.
Right?
Yep.
So on Monday when you rang up on the American radio channels.
Yes.
And how happy you were when they responded to you.
Yes.
And I just wanted to say, that's what it feels like for us. You know, when we call in and then we get that response back.
No.
That's what it feels like for us.
Shut up, you pudding. Don't be such a pudding.
Yeah, when we get a response, it makes it cheers us up.
How about this response?
I saw you on Twitter going how much it cheered you up.
Well, how about this response? I'm cutting you off.
Oh.
He's gone. Good evening, James.
Hello, Ian. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much.
I'm going through a journey of discovering musicals at the moment.
Yes.
I go through these phases. It normally starts with seeing a really good one, and then I want to see them all.
Yes.
But I saw Hair last week, and it was fantastic.
Hey, isn't it good?
So good. I'm only 30, but I felt old.
Yeah. And boy, oh boy, isn't it a bleak? I've forgotten how bleak it was.
Well, I haven't seen the film, and I took my dad. Apparently, it's a completely different ending to the film.
Oh, the film's rubbish. I mean, it's probably got the best soundtrack, but it's a pretty ropey thing. It's not. The musical is much better.
But it was such an intimate venue as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And, it was a bit hot. I thought it was quite hot in there. The vaults.
I was about to say it was boiling in there. Absolutely. I wanted to strip off and join them on stage.
Did you get up and have a little boogie at the end?
My dad did.
Yeah, good. We did. Me and Kath did.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, we got up and had a go, definitely. But it's good. I'm now going to make Kath a compilation of the best versions of all the different soundtracks.
Oh, great. Was there a sequel as well?
No. Well, there kind of was, called Dude, but it's not really a sequel, and it's not quite as good, but it's got some good tracks in it.
All right. No, I really enjoyed it. I'll definitely see that one again.
Nice one, James. Thank you very much indeed. There you go, you see. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Matthew, we'll try and do this. I'm trying to stream the Skype calls, and it's a little bit fiddly. So I'm going to stop because it won't quite let me do it, and we'll try and do that tomorrow. Let me turn Skype on. We're just trying this out as an experiment. We get lots of callers around the world, lots of people listening around the world, and some people want to call and they don't quite know how it's expensive and all that. So we'll try it tonight. We'll try it maybe for the rest of the week. If you want to Skype in, then you can do if you Skype Late Night Alternative. That's all one word, guys. And it's coming up on my computer. And if you want to see my giant sellotape, I'll let you see my giant sellotape, and we can chat. And as a listening experience, it sound all right to you? I mean, the quality is obviously the quality of the connection is obviously better. It doesn't necessarily mean the quality of the call is any better. But I'd be keen to hear your thoughts, whether you think it works. I must admit, part of me likes the lower quality. I got very upset when LBC went from medium wave to FM. about 14, 15 years ago, because it just didn't feel as good. I missed when I bought that radio, when I was going to play the radio in the dark, and I bought a radio, and listening to shortwave radio was a joy. Hey, and one of the things about Skype is I can see who's calling in. Hello, Luke.
Hello.
Hello, Luke. Hello, Luke. Hello, Luke. I'm going to close a few windows because I think
So
I've got...
you're complaining about the rising quality?
No. I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart my computer because I was trying to run a few quite complicated programs there. While we're restarting that, I got your present from Marrakesh.
Oh, for me, you shouldn't have. Oh, you didn't?
Shut up, man. Don't be rude. I did. Look at that. I haggled.
Wow.
I haggled for them.
Gosh.
Do they fit?
What, over my boots?
No, take your boots off and put them on. No, that back is flat. I did the same thing when I was fingering them. Describe them to the boys and girls listening at home.
Well, imagine what Princess Jasmine might wear.
Who's that?
From how big do you think my feet are? No, they're beautiful. Thanks. They're
You've got quite manly feet, haven't you?
I have now. If the man's Christopher Biggins.
Mate, I was in a hot market in a crappy place. And I thought I might as well go.
Let's get the old girl something glitzy.
I'll kill an afternoon. I walked through all the souks. Thank you. And went and had a look. And you should be grateful.
I am.
Oh, I haggled him. He wanted 150
dirham.
And I got him down. Yeah, but it's not dirham. It's Moroccan dirhams.
Right.
And then I got him down to 50.
What's that?
Dirhams.
Is that £3?
I've got no idea. Well, he kept going.
Hang on, you paid 50 dirham for your sellotape.
Oh yeah, I paid that willingly. That was a bargain. But I got him down for 150. I reckon if my dad had been there, my dad would have got them for 10. He'd got 2 pairs for 10.
Look at these, they're top smart. Look.
Go on, let's have a look.
Got holding me tight to look like Hilda Robin.
There we go.
Snazzy, isn't they?
It's nice, isn't it? It's glittery. It's good. Jules.
Girls like that.
He said it's real leather. He said to me it's real leather. I went, is it F?
He says, yeah, very much like something Elton John would slip into at the end of a night. No.
He said it is real leather. I went, is it F real leather? It is real leather. I said, it's not real leather. Is it real leather?
I think so.
Oh, I better go back and
leather
apologise.
of what?
Yes. Oh, hello, Ray.
They look like they're the same foot, though.
Yes, they probably are. I mean,
Coming through.
Yes, coming through. You're coming through.
Coming through is super. I was hoping there'd be video as well, but sadly not. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, you've got to press the video button to activate video.
right, I should give that a press and
Oh,
with a
Jesus.
bit of luck,
Oh,
you should see
jeez.
this.
Right, well,
Look at the state of me, eh?
Hey, look at the state of me. Well, you get to look at the sellotape. No one else does. People on Periscope can't
That's
see
better.
this.
Yeah, come on, show us the sellotape.
There you go, you dirty boy. Look at that.
Whoa.
Look how thick that is. Look, that's 3 fingers of sellotape there. Look
You
at
should
that.
put 50.
Lord.
You should put 50p
Grease
next to
that
that.
up. Go on.
Show the...
I'm going to I put my watch in it. Look, my watch in it. You see? Oh, they saw that on the Periscope. They saw that on the Periscope.
Oh,
There's-
sneaky.
Yeah, well,
Hannah wants to see a sellotape.
tough, mate. Tough. It's gone. You
missed it.
You've got to put another 50 pence in the slot. I don't know if I like people looking at me now. Actually, now we're doing the Skype thing.
Look, they're both looking
I
at you
know,
like
I
a
feel-
monkey in a zoo.
I can't look at them. I can't look at them.
Heather's really
Ah! I feel a bit weird having the callers be able to look at me. Have you got anything to say, you two, or not?
I'm just having a
No?
look.
Okay, fine. Have something to say, guys. You don't have to. You don't have to. 0344 499 1000. You can Skype late night alternative. I don't know if this Skype is the way to go. I think it's certainly worth. Maybe we have I don't know if we do it every night, or maybe we have a Skype hour, say on a Thursday. I don't know if there's. Maybe we just have it chugging away in the background, and if people want to contribute, then they can do. But if they don't want to, they don't have to. You are listening to the Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee, on Talk Radio, and with our friends Time to Change. 1 in 4 of us is going to fight a mental health problem this year. Having a mate in your corner can make all the difference. Search Time to Change to find out more.
Talk Radio.
Join the Talk Nation.
Pick up your phone and talk radio.
We'll get you talking.
Time to Change with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. Sponsored by Time to Change. Search Time to Change.
Right.
So, the brilliant new iPhone's finally here. But which network do you go for? What if you could get one that lets you keep any data you haven't used? Or change your plan whenever you want? New Sky Mobile. With the new iPhone. Now there's an idea. The perfect network for your perfect phone. Sky.
Oh, Rocky is such a prick.
Redeem data per 1 gigabyte.
Have you seen what he's tweeted?
3 years. 12-month minimum term. Downgrades effective month following selection.
I found a nippy runaround in red. The dealer mentioned credit, so I said.
He's done two tweets. One is just his normal flattishness. The other one is hugely prick.
Carfinance247.co.uk. Car Finance 24/7 Limited are a credit broker, not a lender. All circumstances considered. Representative APR 27.4%.
I know
Car Finance 24/7. Car Finance 24/7. Get your finance first and then you're good to go.
There's no need to scream and shout if your plumbing's gone right up the spout.
There's a local hero for that. If your lights are leaving you in the dark, there's no need for a rude remark.
There's a local hero for that. Whether it's plumbing, heating, drains or electrics, we've got a local tradesman who can help. There's no call-out charge and all work comes with a 12-month British Gas guarantee. Book online now. There's a local hero for that. Localheroes.com.
You must have something I can use.
I'm afraid not, madam. Our entire fleet of private jets has been booked out. We did have 13 planes available, but now all gone.
How on earth am I supposed to get to Saint-Tropez this weekend?
Nicer problems to have. This Friday the 13th, Euromillions will be making 13 lucky guaranteed UK millionaires.
Not even a tiny chopper?
Euromillions. Get your ticket today. Only from the National Lottery. Rules and procedures apply. Players must be 16 or over.
Tonight on ITV.
Police emergency, spy caller. Oh my God, he's done.
The second the call comes in, the clock starts ticking.
We need to know where he's been.
The first hour, where the evidence is fresh, is the most critical.
He's approached her from behind.
An hour to catch a killer with me, Trevor McDonald. Tonight at 9 on ITV.
Stand up to cancer on Talk Radio. Stand up, raise
Yeah.
cash.
It's also it's wrong. He didn't download stuff. He looked at stuff. Now, there's a big difference.
Cancer.
Calling all rebels! Talk Radio have teamed up with Stand Up to Cancer, and together we're raising funds and raising the roof.
He's just a
series
prick.
of fearless challenges.
From a close shave with hair-raising results
To making serious dough from a ballsy bake-off.
Get inspired, join the rebellion, and help bring in stacks of cash for game-changing cancer treatments.
100% of the money raised goes straight to those badass science boffins who save lives.
Stand Up to Cancer on Talk Radio. Rebels, you now have a cause. Search Stand Up to Cancer to sign up.
The late-night lip service for lovers, loners, and lounge lizards.
Yeah, well, where exactly to accent from?
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
I've forgotten your name already, excuse me.
on Talk Radio.
03444991000. You can Skype Late Night Alternative. And Rocky, your tweet, well, your first tweet is dull, and your second tweet is factually and historically incorrect. And I'd be very, very careful because it's libelous. Why don't you call in instead of being the big man on Twitter and making judgments on other people's... It's the fella who would get his tongue right up Bill Haley's clock, and he's making judgments on the music that I like by spouting factual... He's lying on Twitter. But, of course, Rocky won't see it as lying because Rocky knows everything. Rocky knows everything. He don't know nothing, that bloke. He don't know nothing.
Mute.
Call in, you muppet, because you're wrong. You're completely wrong. 03444991000. Skype Late Night Alternative. Evening, Paul.
All right, Ian, all right, Kath.
Hiya.
Good. Listen, the bloke who's moaning about the cinema, if a film's pony, you just get up and leave.
But he went with a mate. He went with a mate. He didn't want to let his mate down. He knows what loyalty means. You obviously don't.
I take my old woman to the cinema, and if it's pony, I'll leave her in there, mate.
Wow, I mean, there's so much wrong with that sentence that shows why you don't understand friendship.
Or women.
Listen, life's too short, mate, to be sitting in the cinema watching cat.
Yeah, so you might as well just leave the old woman in there.
Yeah, she wants to see all those rom-coms, mate. She can go with her mates, because I'm not sitting there watching.
Yeah, but no, but there's some things are more important than that. And what that caller displayed was loyalty and friendships. Two things I'm guessing. Well, I'm pretty sure don't feature too highly in your life.
No.
Isn't that terrible?
What I was ringing up for.
Yes, Paul.
What happened to? Do you remember when Kath was on holiday and you love-bombed the woman with the piano and you was going to get her on the show?
Oh, yeah, we'll get her on the show. We'll get her on in the next couple of weeks. I'd completely forgotten.
Yeah.
Jilly. No, what was her name?
Yeah, she was blinded. Yeah, she's really good.
Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to write down in my diary to send her an email tomorrow. That's what we'll do.
And what about the fireworks?
All right, mate, why don't you go and produce another radio show, you knobber?
With his list of demands.
Jesus. Email Jilly. I think that was her name. Hello, Luke. Hello, Luke.
Hello.
Oh, jeez. Hello, Luke.
Is this Luke the Panther?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, how you doing? He's gone. I mean, here's the thing. We're not going to be here next Thursday. I apologise, but Boss is making us go to some dumb awards. What they call the Arsias.
Arias.
The Arias. We'll go to Leeds, and we're nominated. What are we nominated for? What am I nominated for?
Best speech broadcaster, non-breakfast.
Who else is in there? Jeremy Vine. And
Pete Price.
Pete Price is good. They're all good. So we're not going to win it. But we're certainly not going to win it if any of the judges maybe haven't quite made their minds up. And there's a week to go. I think, well, let's just listen to some of the shows just to see. But I quite like Iain Lee. And then they hear that and go, what's this rubbish? I forget this. No, we're not having this.
So thanks, Luke. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Luke. You just
And
lost
Paul.
us an award.
I'm blaming Paul as well.
And Rocky.
Rocky.
You just lost us an award. You didn't know what Rocky was saying because you'd muted him, hadn't you?
Yeah, but I can uncover him. Then I remembered why.
And now, hang on a minute, I'm getting very confused here because someone's. Oh, so now someone's saying that guy is a complete tool. Just ignore him. I know he's a tool, but I want him to call in and I want him to dare spread his libelous lies because what he's tweeted is a lie. He's probably googling it now to get the facts. I don't need to Google to get the facts. I got them up here because I read stories. And then I investigate them a bit further. I have a very inquisitive mind. So if there's a news story, I'll read it in a couple of newspapers at least. I'll look at it on the BBC. And then I will read further. And I will speak to the sources as best as possible. And I will get the full, complete picture. Whereas some people, like that tweeter, what they do is they see a headline, they read the first, they may go as far as reading the first paragraph of the story in the Star, and then that becomes the story, that becomes fact, and it's a great way to spread misinformation. It's just to have a misleading headline and put a load of rubbish in the first paragraph, because that's what most people read. It's the first paragraph of the story,
which is often the one that's most grabby and the least full of information.
Right, let's go to the Daily Star. Let's pick a page. Here we go. Daily Star. Croc on the loose. The Star snaps to it. Killer lurks in Thames. A crocodile sighting had people flocking to the Thames yesterday.
So
yeah.
This guy's thinking, right, that's it then. Crocodile in the river. That's that sorted.
Yep.
You read it, it's a plastic one.
Yeah. Well, is it?
Yeah, it was a plastic one.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it is plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It is. This is brilliant. You see, that's what they do, Rocky. This is what they did. The monster was spotted prowling around posh Chelsea Harbour by a dog
Not
walker.
prowling, it was bobbing, it was plastic.
Its head floating just above the water, the snarling reptile appeared ready to pounce at any time.
Wasn't snarling, it was plastic.
I rushed to the scene, armed with a large knife and my best Crocodile Dundee get-up. Owners of this is the reporter, Andrew Jameson. Owners of multi-million-pound houseboats and yachts moored nearby appeared calm despite their unwanted visitor. But it quickly became clear that the sharp-toothed carnivore had disappeared. However, it emerged that the croc was just a fake. And so that's it. Rocky's not called in. I wonder why. Let's give him the number again. 0344 1000. Waiting. We're waiting, guys. If you're watching us on Periscope, and if you're watching from anywhere in the world, you can Skype me. Late Night Alternative is the place to go. And you can come and have a chitty chat with us. Lots of pictures of Louise nerding in short skirts and suzzies and stockings. And I've got to be honest, never has stockings and suzzies looked so unsexy. And I don't mean that, because she's a very attractive young lady, but there's just something. I know it's for cabaret, but there's just something. It's not a very sexy picture for some reason, and I don't know why. Because she's an attractive young lady, and I couldn't name one song from Cabaret.
Eternal. Oh, Cabaret.
What? Couldn't name one song from Cabaret.
Yeah, you can. Life is a cabaret.
I can name one. Oh, wasn't there one?
Money makes the world go around.
Okay.
The world go
Isn't there one? Dankeschön, Dankeschön, thank you very much, thank you very much, Dankeschön, Dankeschön, thank you very, very bloody much. Isn't that one?
The one I know is Willkommen, bienvenue.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
But are you thinking of Thank you very much? Thank you very, very, very much.
No.
The Roses song.
You know who that is, don't you?
Scaffold.
Oh, it's the Scaffold, and also, it's Roger McGough. I'm interviewing Roger McGough. I've got a reply to the email about interviewing Roger McGough. Oh, go to a break early. Go.
Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Yeah.
In the greatest comeback since Bobby Ewing
Yes, please.
showed up in Pam Shower. Hello, I'm James Whale. The mighty James Whale is back.
Yes, please.
You know the one. The voice of reason returns to Talk Radio. Unfiltered comment, scorched earth debate, and an ill-advised leather Stetson.
You make some kind of joke.
You look ridiculous. Take it off. Get in the ring with the legendary James Whale.
Are you ready, man?
The dome-headed sage of speech radio returns to the airwaves for 3 hours of essential national night talk. Cometh the hour, cometh the whale. The James Whale Show, tonight from 7 on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Moonlit musings from mums, madams, and meat packers.
Never mind, I must have misheard.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
The station's brilliant.
On Talk Radio.
Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed. Roll up, roll up. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. With Time to Change, 1 in 4 of us will fight a mental health issue this year. Having a mate in your corner can make all the difference. Search Time to Change to find out more. I've just looked, and the interview with Roger McGough would clash with the interview we're doing with Herb Alpert. Herb Alpert. So these are coming up on the show, right? You want to know what guests we got? Roger McGough at some point, Herb Alpert, Billy Bragg, Jimmy Webb, and on Friday, Loudon Wainwright III. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's all about. We do these shows aimed primarily at the 15-year-olds. It's that's what it's for. 0344 499 1000. You can Skype Late Night Alternative, all one word. And you can join in and chat about anything. I always find it quite difficult coming back from a holiday, which is why I'm never going away ever again. Don't worry. Apart from next Thursday, where we've been ordered to take the day off, apart from that, I'm never... Oh, on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, they fall on a Monday and Tuesday. And thank you to whoever it was on Twitter who suggested that I get my Lego Advent calendars. Remember last year, the nightmare I had trying to get Lego Advent calendars? And this year I've ordered them early. I've got them in the boot of my car. The boot of my blooming car. That's where I've got them, guys. Can't remember what I was talking about. Let's try Luke. Good evening, Luke.
Yeah, mate.
Hello, Luke.
Yeah, I've just tried a Skype, and then it was just like ringing, and then it got cut off, and then it came. I just quickly put it back onto YouTube, and I just heard my name saying, "Thanks, Luke."
Yeah, you've probably lost us our award that we're up for next week because your call was so abysmal.
Well, I phoned up and it was ringing, and then it just got cut off.
We spoke to each other, don't you remember?
Well, I didn't hear you.
We spoke to each other.
Oh, I could not hear you.
Well, anyway, that call, we're up for a big award next week, and that call is probably what's lost us the award. So thanks, buddy.
Hey, you'll win the award.
Well, not if the judges are sitting on the fence and then they think, oh, I'll tune into the late night alternative on Talk Radio, and then they hear your call, they'll go, we'll give him an award.
Yeah, you'll win it. You're a legend.
I bet the blooming Sonys, the Gillards, and the other ones that I won, that if they heard that call, I'll be getting a phone call tomorrow saying, can we have those awards back?
Nah, you'll win it for definite.
Wowzers, how do you know?
Because like I've just said, you're a legend.
Well done, Luke. Thank you very much indeed. And that's all it takes. He's absolutely right. That's all it takes. So what did you call in for, Luke?
Oh, just, like I say, just tried that Skype.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Let's try not to make the show all about whether Skype's working. I know that most phone calls using that thing are... Can you hear me? Can you... No, I don't think they can hear me. Can you... Oh, no, it's gone. But let's try not to make the whole show that, please. 03444991000, Skype, late night alternative. I was reminded of someone in the papers today who I haven't thought of for a long time, and I liked her a lot, and I wondered what she was doing. I think she's somewhere doing something, but she, it's that problem of we don't really see women over 40, 45 on television. They get put out to graze and are replaced by younger, bouncier, younger models, which I think is wrong. If someone's good, someone's good. Emma Forbes.
Oh,
She was good, wasn't she, Emma Forbes? I like Emma Forbes. Is she on Heart or Magic or something? That's where I imagine she is. What was the show? She wasn't going live. She was...
Yes, she was.
No, Zoe Ball was going live. Wasn't she?
Live and Kicking.
Live and Kicking. There we go. And her daughter... So Emma Forbes is 52. Her daughter is a model, and her Emma Forbes' mum, of course, is...
Nanette Newman.
There we go, who's 83.
Emma Forbes was a model, wasn't she?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I liked Emma Forbes a lot. Who else is there? This is a story about... oh, God. State of Priscilla Presley's face.
Oh. Do you know who else I saw today, and I was a bit shocked?
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan. She's done something.
Oh, don't tell Nigel. Maybe she's done it
Maybe,
for you.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, look! I mean, it's a bad picture. Look at Priscilla Presley.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, I saw her in Panto a couple of years back, and she worked on then.
Actress Riley Keough.
Keough.
Well, that's what you think it would be, but these Americans, these showbiz types, they like to keep you on the toes. So actress Riley Keough, 28, may not have the same instantly recognisable surname as her more famous family members. However, the movie star is still a bona fide Presley, the daughter of singer-songwriter... Lisa Marie Presley, 49.
She had quite a good single back in the day, didn't she?
No.
Lights Out. I quite liked it.
No, it was rubbish.
No, I liked it.
Oh, right. Well, okay. Well, let's.
I mean, it was a bit... Someone
Oh, here we go. Suddenly, here we go. Start backing down, are you, snowflake? Right.
No, I'm just saying it was a little bit...
Lights Out. Lisa.
Female Elvis impersonator, but it's going to be, isn't it?
All right, well, let's have a little listen. Okay, this is what you said was a good
I
song.
liked it.
All right, let's just listen, mate. This is what you said was a good song. Absolutely
I
terrible.
liked it.
Yeah, well,
I
you've
still
got
like it.
you've got no taste in music.
Oh, I don't care.
Good evening, Matt.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kath. Good evening, everyone. How are we?
This is what we like, a gentleman. It's last, with 25 minutes of the show left, a gentleman calls in. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That's dreadfully kind of you, Ian. How very, very nice of you to say so.
Okay, don't start rolling your R's, because only arseholes do that.
Oh, dear God, how dare you. It was just a very quick one. I'll go away very quickly. But you were talking about the older ladies. Older ladies. That's a rude thing to say, but
Yeah.
the slightly older ladies who are interesting. Have you ever considered having Alison Moyet on your show?
Didn't we, as the Americans say, reach out to her recently?
We did.
And she didn't get back?
No response, but I know she's touring again. Maybe it's worth another shout.
Yeah.
She's just finishing a tour in Australia, but she is so funny.
Well, there's a very funny clip of her on Australian television being interviewed that was kind of doing the rounds a bit. I think she's brilliant. I've always liked her. I had a little bit of a crush on her back in the day, and I think she's great. Well, I'd like to. I'm not. Part of me thinks maybe I'm still thinking of maybe at Christmas we knock the guests on the head for 6
Not
months.
literally, that would be illegal.
No, well, that would be. We once did on Rise, the breakfast television programme I did. We once had the Cheeky Girls on, and they weren't on for any reason. So they made up this thing where we were going to see if twins felt the same things. So we'd have one of the Cheeky Girls behind a screen, and I had to smash her over the head with the sugar glass bottles. I had to smash her over the head with a bottle to see if the other one would feel it. What's the point of that?
Did you hit her as hard as you could?
Yeah, I did. You know what I did? The Cheeky Girls, very, very nice ladies. They slept up until. I mean, this was 13 years ago. I believe at that point they were still sleeping in the same bed. Their mother.
Getting a little bit Opic.
This was before. This was. I can't quite. We saw Lembit Opic tonight. We walked past him.
You
didn't
did.
we?
I didn't look at him.
Yeah, we walked
just
past
to show him.
Their mother. Their mother is kind of the brains of the organisation.
What would be called now a momager.
Yeah. And they're what country are they from?
Romania.
No.
Transylvania.
Transylvania. Yeah.
Isn't that Romania?
Yeah.
Transylvania doesn't exist anymore, does it?
Well, you try telling Bram Stoker or Mr. Count Dracula himself
Well,
that.
both are dead.
Thank you very much.
Well, one's
indeed.
undead.
Yeah, the Cheeky Girls. I mean, fair play to the Cheeky Girls. Where did they come?
They made a great deal out of very little.
Well, where did they come from? Was it like Popeye? It was Pop Idol, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
I think it was BBC, wasn't it? Wasn't it the BBC version? What was it?
No, they weren't on Fame Academy.
Were they not?
No, they weren't on Fame Academy. No. I think they were on Pop Idol before it became like X Factor and stuff. And
maybe, yeah.
Touch my bum, all of that stuff, wouldn't it?
Hateful stuff. Hateful.
But
the other thing to say before I get cut off, which I will do when I say this, is I saw your stand-up routine on YouTube the other night, and
yes.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you gave up.
Sorry?
You were not cut out for it, Ian.
Right. Well, first of all, it wasn't a stand-up show.
No, the very early stuff when you were on the Danny Baker. No, not Danny Baker. Danny Baker was the drum kit thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The thing where you did the joke about Delia Smith.
It's a great joke. I saw a book the other day, Delia Smith, Cooking with Ease. That's hardly a responsible attitude to have towards drugs.
Yeah. It's not Bill Hicks, is it?
Well, no, of course it's not Bill Hicks, but it was a means to an end. I bet you.
No, I know.
No, hang on, Matt. What job do you do?
Well, I'm a wedding photographer.
Right, and I bet you're. Okay, why don't you come and let me look at the pictures you did as a kid? And I bet they're shit.
They are.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So get knotted. Well, Ruben, he started off being nice, and then he had to come in with a bit of. Yeah, my early stand-up was rubbish, but why are you telling me that for? It was a bit weird, wasn't it? Do you think that was weird?
I think he misjudged it.
Well, that's
I think he was trying to be blokey matey.
Yeah, tell you what, Matt. Let's come and have a look at the pictures you took as a kid. Yeah, let me see if they'd be good enough for a wedding photograph. Get stuffed. Did I overreact then? You think I did? Wow.
I think he overstepped a mark, but he didn't. I don't think he did it on purpose.
Well, hang on a minute. If you overstep, you've got to be responsible. Here's the thing. I had a row with the company that's fixing my computer. Right, I had a big row with them because I was told it would cost one thing, and then I phoned them up and they said, actually, it's going to cost this, and then it will cost an extra £100 to send back your broken hard drive. And I said, well, hang on a minute. First of all, I wasn't told that, and secondly, you're saying it's. Why would it be £100 to send back something that's broken? I'll come and collect it. Anyway, so we had a big row. It wasn't. Do you know what? My anger was justified, actually, and I'm at a good place where I can usually tell if my anger is justified, and it was justified because they'd made a mistake, and I wasn't overly rude to the guy on the phone. Got a bit shouty, but I didn't swear. I said he would call him a thief and a vagabond. That was it.
A vagabond.
I did call him a vagabond. Yeah. I think maybe even used the word charlatan. Slightly out of context, actually, but he didn't pick me up on it, because I wouldn't have had a leg to stand on if he did. And I said, right, well, you can send it back, and I want my money. So he said, right, we'll send it back. And then I was just thinking, oh, God, I kind of need the computer fixed. Basically lost everything that's on the hard drive. I said, I kind of need the computer fixed, and if I get it, it's another 2 weeks to take it somewhere. So I phoned the dude up, and I apologised, and I said, look, I shouldn't have... I'm disappointed with the way... I'm disappointed with your service. I don't think your service is up to scratch, but I shouldn't have spoken to you the way that I did. That was inappropriate, and I'd like to apologise. And then what he should have said was, well, do you know what, sir? We'll meet you halfway. We'll charge you £50 instead of 100. He didn't.
Aye.
There was none of that.
Disappointing.
Very, very disappointing.
Double disappointing. In the first instance, disappointing service, and the second, disappointing acceptance of an apology.
I've not kept track of these reads, I'm afraid, so I'm going to do these now. This is the Late Night Alternative with me. This is it. Now I'm on top of it. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio with Time to Change.
Across the UK,
That was weird.
and on DAB.
A new kind of talk radio. We'll get you talking.
Outside where? Yeah.
With Iain Lee on Talk Radio. Sponsored by Time to Change. Search Time to Change. When you run your own business, being in the right place at the right time can make all the difference. And as the UK's #1 commercial vehicle brand, we understand this too. That's why at the Ford Transit Show live event, we'll give you a free sat-nav when you purchase a new commercial vehicle, so your business can be in the right place at the right time, every time. Visit your nearest Ford dealer between the 7th and 15th of October. Ford. Together, we go further.
The free entry-level satellite navigation system available across the transit range excluding base and Tornado series vehicles to be contracted between the 7th and 15th of October 2017 and registered between the 7th of October 2017 and 30th of June 2018. Offer available to retail and eligible fleet customers only at participating Ford dealers, not available with any other promotions.
Ahoy there! Is your car feeling sluggish? Like you're lugging a massive great anchor? It could be your engine clogging up with dirt. Over time, BP Ultimate with active technology removes dirt from your engine, and it could give you more miles per tank. So, it's anchors away! BP Ultimate with active technology. Green lights all the way.
Based on engines tested in dirty versus clean condition and for Ultima unleaded versus RON 95. Benefits may vary due to factors including vehicle condition and driving style. See bp.com/ultimate.
It's amazing what you can do with a tap. With just a tap, you can go from craving to tasting, from choosing to cheersing, and even from searching to surprising. Now with HSBC, you can use Android Pay wherever you see the contactless symbol. It's easy, fast and secure. Simply download Android Pay from the Google Play Store. So explore, tap and enjoy with HSBC. Terms and conditions, device restrictions and transaction limits apply. Most HSBC cards are eligible, subject to status.
Tonight on ITV. The second the call comes in, the clock starts ticking.
We need to know where he's been.
The first hour, where the evidence is fresh, is the most critical.
He's approached her from behind.
An hour to catch a killer with me, Trevor McDonald. Tonight at 9 on ITV.
The football's back. What a chance! What a goal! Which can only mean one thing. The Selco Predictor is back. Sign up now at selcobw.com/predictor and use your footballing foresight for the chance to become a millionaire. £1 million. Plus, in September, win a Sony PS4 bundle, complete with official DualShock controller and 2 games. The Selco Predictor. Download the Selco app now or sign up for free at selcobw.com/predictor.
There's a brand new mouth in the morning. The Paul Ross Full Set Breakfast this morning from 6 on Talk Radio. The biggest breaking news stories, headline-grabbing guests, and outspoken opinion with the man who's waking up the nation.
Total Talk, essential listening.
Paul Ross is the breakfast boss. Let's bacon roll.
Massive morning radio that's worth going to work for.
The Paul Ross Full Set Breakfast.
Good morning, madam.
This morning from 6
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
The radio show that knows truth is always stranger than fiction.
Week Monday, I get shoes.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Because they're too real to be part of my imagination.
On Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio with time to change 0344 499 1000. Rocky's just tweeting to himself now. Only because I went and looked at his Twitter feed. He's tweeting loads of stuff about Pete Townsend to his 4 followers.
That's unlike him to keep going on.
It's so passive aggressive. He won't call in though. Which is odd because I can tell him what I did with his CDs. Anyway, no. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. If you want to Skype, a Late Night Alternative is the Skype. What is it I'm eating here?
Rice crackers.
No.
They're good, aren't they?
Well, good is an overly used word.
Oh.
I think. What's this I've written down here? I had something on my phone that I was going to talk about. It was a good one. It's on my phone. I can't look at it. Remind me tomorrow. I've got something on my phone.
Okay.
No, that's a bit pony. What have I written? I've written Cox. What is that? What's the thing I wrote on my phone? It's a really good topic. I can't think. Oh, here we go. Hidden Willies in Old Master. The art world is reeling over claims one of the most famous British paintings is filled with secret pictures of penises. Thomas Gainsborough used them in his 1748 masterpiece, Mr. and Mrs. Andrews, to mock the rich couple who posed for it, says a book. Art historian James Hamilton says the artist's father owed money to the family of Francis Carter, who wed Robert Andrews that year. Where is he said to have painted a bag like a man's privates and the glove like a limp willy. This is stretching it a bit, man.
Yeah, but have you seen what's on her lap? That one does look like a willy.
No, it
Yeah, it's an unfinished bit of the painting, so we're going to put a child there. So it's like a
Gainsborough
drawing on the
offered
canvas.
to paint them as repayment, only to cock a cheeky snook. That is stretching it. The rude shapes are said to include a floppy glove, a phallic bag on Robert's hip, and doodle in his wife's lap. A doodle in his wife's lap. 2 donkeys in a pen are also said to represent an arranged marriage. Ooh, hilarious. These 18th century gags, huh? Mr. Hamilton, author of Gainsborough, a portrait, said, blah, 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 blah. It's by the Sun art critic. Do you know what this is funny? Do you know what the Sun art critic's name is? Toulouse-Lautrec.
No.
What it says here.
Gosh.
And then they've got a top 10. Oh, this is great. This is great, okay? This is a bit naughty, but it's coming up to 1 o'clock in the morning. We can do this. And this paper owns us. So, Ofcom, up yours. They've got top 10 other rude artists.
Oh, I know.
Number 1, Picasso.
I was going to say Dicasso, but yeah, it's pretty better.
Number 2, Marc Chagall. Chagall. Number 3, Sandro Botticelli. Number 4, Titian. Number 5, Peter Rubens.
Yeah.
6, Albrecht Durex. Number 7, Vincent van Gogh.
Oh.
We're getting to a good... Number 10 is a good one, so I'm doing it in reverse, because I think they've got the 10 and 1 the wrong way around. Number 8... I'm looking at it going, I don't get it. Caravaggio.
Oh, no!
Number 9, Jan van Dyck. And number 10, Jackson Pollock. Now...
You know that number 10 is what sparked the whole thing.
Yeah.
Beautiful. High fives all round in the Sun Newsroom.
Well done, guys. Well done. And that's why we're so proud to be owned by the same parent company that puts out that stuff. Because I'll be honest, we don't stretch much higher than that, really.
Speaking of which,
Yep.
we saw Hair today.
Didn't we just?
Oh, my.
Wasn't it good?
Yeah.
Don't everyone go and see it. I was a little bit nervous because we saw Doctor Who there. Doctor Who was there and Mark Almond were there separately for the first half, and then they left.
The Doctor Who, the Peter Davidson one.
I don't think you need to specify which Doctor it was.
It was the Peter Davidson one.
Yeah, and Mark Almond, it was the soft cell one.
And at one point, Ian said he saw Donovan, and I was ready to believe it was just a fella.
It's just a really old man whose face was falling off. We're supposed to be going. We're supposed to be going next week, but next week we think is because it's the 50th anniversary, and loads of stars are going. People that were in the original, I think Elaine Page and Paul Nicholas and Patti Boulay and James Rado, who co-wrote the lyrics. They're all going, but I suspect it's going to overrun and overrun and overrun. So I, as much as I want to be there as a fanboy.
Plus, we're not in on Thursday, so we need to make up our hours.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. So we won't go and see that, but we will go and see it again. I thought the young lady singing Frank Mills. I thought she, you know. Anyone that hasn't heard my version would probably think that was a great version. But if you've heard my version, then her version, you'd have thought, well, why did they go? Usual, they cast her. Anyway.
I'm guessing she didn't listen to yours on purpose because she could only be intimidated by it.
Parents are relying on technology to keep their children quiet, with a third of under fives now owning a tablet device, a survey reveals. British preschool children already watch more than 2.5 hours of programming a day on average on old-fashioned TV sets, laptops or tablets and mobile devices. It's that thing, isn't it? When you start being a parent, you think, well, I'm really not gonna let those guys watch TV, and they're only gonna, and then you just then life gets in the way, and you're tired, and you think, oh man, and then there's good stuff on TV, and you go.
I think the whole screen time restriction is very easy when you've only got one.
Yeah.
When you've got two, you need that.
Now there's been a surge in the number of young children with devices of their own, as parents upgrading their own tablets hand old ones down.
Oh, no. No.
That is not happening. Almost all have regular access to an assortment of gadgets. I know it's Rocky's not called in. Well, Rocky, why are you not calling in?
Busy tweeting.
There we go. Look, he's just tweeting. Rocky, call in, you muppet.
You think, you know what, you put it like that.
Your first tweet is wrong. Call in instead of tweet. He's got 4 followers. I'm so close to blocking him because I'll be honest, he's a right pain in the arse. as callers go, and we got some really annoying callers. But, I mean, he's like. He sent me about 30 CDs of a genre of music I've no interest in. Literally about 30, maybe even more than 30 CDs of rockabilly. I've got no interest in it.
The thing is about Rocky is he's determined to be your musical Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Whether you want to wipe on, wipe off or not.
No. Evening, Jerry.
Mr. Gower.
Sing. You've got to sing it, buddy.
Mr. Gower.
He was the one from Neighbours, wasn't he?
Yes, the businessman. Contact in the age of markets. What's a chauffeur called? Alan Daniels. What's a chauffeur company called? Something weird. I don't know.
What was the chauffeur called in Helen Daniels' chauffeur?
Yes, she's a bit like Lady Penelope, but Jim.
She was a minx, Helen Daniels.
She died in the Bungle Bungles, didn't she?
I don't know.
Bungle Bungles. I don't know. I'm dead now. Mangle did as well. And Tuesday on Breakfast Tower, he fell Breakfast Tower Channel 4.
Yeah,
the predecessor. When the 7's left, and he got a big trap.
Joe Mangle. I've met Joe Mangle. He's a really nice bloke, bit of a hippie.
Mark Little.
Yeah. He's blocked. Hang on, shut up. He's blocked me on Twitter.
Yes.
I've got no idea why, because I met him a couple of times on Big Brother and we got on really well. I thought we got on really... He's blocked me.
Did you tell him his stand-up was crap?
So you got me. That footballer, he's called us train the football, but not Mitch Sam, the other telephone. What's his name? Mitch son, play for Newcastle. Mitch. Big guy.
Mitch, hang on, what are you talking about? Now you're on to Mitch, who played for Newcastle.
He's blocked Jerry.
Yeah.
He's what?
He's blocked Jerry.
Oh, okay. We'll do that. There we go. Kath, write this down. Turn the email up. This is tomorrow's phone-in. Celebrities that have blocked you. I think we've done it before, but it's a good one. Nicky Quinn.
He blocked me because
Nicky Quinn.
Put the life science back over protest of him. He'll drink particularly to do. He's a big bud.
Okay. Well, Jerry, listen, we've got to go because we're coming to the end of the show. But thank you, mate. That's tomorrow's show. Whatever it is I've typed on my phone, I don't remember. And
celebs who blocked you.
Celebs who have blocked you. Honestly, I was so upset. I thought, yeah, man, go block me. I mean, in the green room, we had a real laugh, and we kind of bonded a bit. I thought. I found this about 6 months ago. It's like, what? That's outrageous behaviour.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a pocket block. Do you remember when Paul Ross blocked me?
No, Paul Ross didn't block you though. Wasn't Johnny Seinfeld operating his Twitter, and he blocked you because he's
sausage fingers.
No, because he's a guest thief.
Yes.
And because he records interviews with guests and doesn't play them out. That's what I heard. Imagine doing that. Anyway. Right, dear listener, the show's kind of collapsed in a heap of self-hatred and self-abuse, as it often does. These things are sent to try. So you have been listening to the Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee, on Talk Radio. And with Time to Change, 1 in 4 of us will fight a mental health problem this year. Having a mate in your corner can make all the difference. Search Time to Change to find out more. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, some of the callers. And thank you to some of the Skypers. Till tonight at 10. Ta-ta.
Talk Radio. Digital debate for the UK.
Pick up your phone and Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
Time to Change with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. Sponsored by Time to Change. Search Time to Change.
So, the brilliant new iPhone's finally here. But which network do you go for? What if you could get one that lets you keep any data you haven't used? Or change your plan whenever you want? New Sky Mobile. With the new iPhone. Now there's an idea. The perfect network for your perfect phone. Sky. Believe in better.
Redeem data per 1 gigabyte and use within 3 years. 12-month minimum term. Downgrades effective month following selection.
At DFS, we know how important it is to be comfy. So as the nights draw in, our craftspeople like Barbara here go all out to make sure every sofa is carefully handmade to order.
I treat every sofa that I sew as if it's coming to my house.
And she's very particular. And with autumn-winter collection sofas now up to half price and available with 4 years interest-free credit, winter's going to be very comfy indeed. DFS. Order now for guaranteed Christmas delivery.
Hi, I was hoping to get a price on selling my car. Online, they offered me £3,000. Okay, how about £4,000? What? Really? Brilliant. Yeah, great news. We buy any car too, but we pay £1,000 more. We call that one of life's small victories. Bring Vauxhall a quote from the leading online car buyer, and we'll beat it by £1,000 when you trade in your old car for a brand new Vauxhall. Plus, that's on top of our other great offers. Search Vauxhall Buy Any Car. Vauxhall. Isn't life brilliant? Offer on part exchange for new passenger car orders which are registered by 31st of December, based on the true condition of the vehicle. Participating retailers only. Terms and conditions apply. See vauxhall.co.uk/WeBuyAnyCar2.
Winter can hit you hard if your boiler's not up to it. So make sure you